everyone, and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Saturday. How's everyone doing? Today we have all sorts of court fails, traffic stops gone wrong, all the typical Sovereign Citizen goodness. So how's it going, everyone? As you can see, chat, Discord thematically picked the judge outfit for today. We are still on costume quarter, I guess. We got 3 months of costumes, 97 days. We're on day 14, I want to say. It's on Discord for sure. I am keeping track of it. So we have a long way of costumes to go. I get paid next week, which is when we're probably going to do the poll to pick a new costume. Because, of course, with new costume months, you get new costumes. If anyone has anything they want me to look for, let me know. And I'll try and find a costume to put on the poll. I am a judge. You're effed. Ashley, thanks for 24 months, says, what a year this has been. Oh boy, no kidding. This month's been a whole decade. Happy second anniversary. Depraved Ambiance, what do you want me to wear for the hats off command? Hello everyone on YouTube, how you doing? If you could, do me a favor and like the stream, just do a thumbs up. It only takes a second and it helps me a lot. Thank you, please. Any Marcel update? Not in particular, he's still hanging around. I don't think there's anything new on him. I did pull up a video by him, but I don't know if we'll watch it. It's a calmer video where he's not doing slurs and stuff. A Power Ranger costume, that might be fun. I'm wary of getting anything that requires a helmet, though, because I have to keep in mind that the costume, whatever it is, it can't cover my mouth, because if you cover my mouth with, like, a helmet or something, it's gonna sound weird. I assume that sounded weird to you. So if it was a Power Ranger, I could wear, like, the spandex, but I couldn't wear the helmet. You know what I mean? So it would have to be a costume that does not cover my mouth for audio purposes. But if people wanted to vote for a Power Ranger costume and just, like, I'll have the helmet, like, put somewhere, that's fine. I have a Red Ranger helmet somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but whatever. Anyway, good to see you, Ash. How you doing? Hey, Feistiest Bard. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? I don't think I have anything else to say in terms of, housekeeping. If you weren't here yesterday, I guess I should say, we're gonna be okay. Things are gonna be rough for the next however long, but we'll get through it together as a community, okay? We might need to lean on each other a little bit, although it's parasocial. Sometimes you need that parasocial support, and we'll do our best. Alright, so let's jump into it. The first video we have is I believe this is a First Amendment auditor in court who is also a sovereign citizen. It begins with him filming the court proceedings, which I don't think he's supposed to do, arguing with the judge, and then he's going to get taken aside with his public defender, who's basically going to try and explain to him why the sovereign citizen playbook never works. But of course, he's obstinate, doesn't believe he can be wrong, you know, stuff emblematic of problems with the country as a whole. Could I do this book? Oh god. Or this, you know? If this person wanted to sell me a salty, costume, great. Also, I don't know if the Retinos would be thrilled with me wearing that on stream. That smells like a lawsuit. M. Scheffler says, hello all, last of my bits, sad. Oh, sorry to hear that. Mad Hatter costume, that'd be good just a peach. How you doing?
Red. Anthony Colorado.
I don't know if they make Bible Man costumes. Are you serious, best husband? That's pretty cool.
Timmy Crispy.
If the government ever wants to spend money on a new contractor, hit me up.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a quick statement before we get on with this.
A Remlazar costume would be cool. I already have the chest piece that got 3D printed for me.
Beneficiary.
Hey, Korax, how's it going? Good to see you.
Am here under fraud, menace,
This is a little quiet. Let me turn him up.
and duress.
William Cranley's a red. Timmy Crispy.
Your Honor, I'd like
His
to make
name is Timmy Crispy? Kind of a fun name. It's like a cartoon character. The Adventures of Jimmy Crispy.
Make a quick statement before we get on with this. And without prejudice, I, Timmy-Leo, Crispy, beneficiary.
Oh, he's doing the quantum grammar, too. He's not just Jimmy Crispy. He's Jimmy Crispy whatever bullshit. Gotta love that.
Sovereign, am here under fraud, menace, and duress.
If I could get a Bible Man costume, which of the many Bible Man costumes would it be? The first one, the stupid one with like the yellow, like almost M on the helmet from the Bible Man Adventures, that one. Nice, Halloween Town. Good idea. Thank you. Halloween Town, I want to take another opportunity to point out that you are awesome and that you do so much of like the random like little administrative stuff like that for me without like me even asking, and I appreciate you, and I hope everyone in chat appreciates you for the time you put into this, so thank you very much.
For a fiduciary.
Fiduciary?
I don't know your name. Fiduciary, yeah.
Oh, he's literally reading like off a script with like an insert name here. Oh boy.
William, Mr. Williams, forgive me. This is a Social Security Sestak trust action.
SSDK trust action. That's the sovereign citizen thing where they think they have a secret account tied to their social security number. They call that a SSDK trust. Now, SSDK trusts might be an actual thing somewhere. I don't know. But that's what they call their fictional trust funds that they think the government gives everyone. That if you just learn this super secret way to sign checks or documents, then you have access to millions or billions of dollars. The crux of some of the SovCit stuff is the promise of giving people free money. Like a lot of conspiracy theories, the end goal is free money! Infinite money glitch. Toreador says, fish douchey inarian? What the ditty are these lawyery types up to? Ashley One Up says, SovCit thinking, why isn't this working? I'm saying all the magic words.
Which you are now a real party and interest to. This is a military admiral jurisdiction in maritime.
It's not a maritime jurisdiction.
Law.
I don't know what this is, but it's probably criminal law, criminal statutory law.
This is not a court of admiralty.
This isn't a
Were
court
you
of
injured on
admiralty.
the high seas? Personal injury actions that occur on the high seas in international waters are covered by the courts of admiralty.
Is that what
I am not
that
a
is?
proctor in admiralty.
Additional
nor right
section,
to-
interrupted notes and decisions. I ask now, I like to proceed. Oh, that's for something else.
When was it supposed to-
I'm in learning, Your Honor, so I'm, or my honor, I'm still in.
I'm learning, Your Honor. I mean, my honor. Killing it, man. You're killing it.
Still in trying to figure it all out. But that's what I'm pleading. I'm gonna challenge this jurisdiction.
I challenge this jurisdiction. Mic drop. Mic drops only work if you're not insane and spouting nonsense. Fun fact. Toreador says, I cast moronic missile. Can't block that. Can't block that. Can't be blocked. Unless you have a shield spell, which is a reaction.
And it was
He did say, oh, did he say I'm in learning? I thought he just said I'm learning. I will say this. Weirdly, I think I'm much funnier when I'm in existential dread. It's the adrenaline. So that's good. The stream should be great for the next 4 years. Because I'm... Woo!
Hearing matters postponed to October 4th.
So October 4th,
The fight or flight will do that.
come back. May I leave today? Am I allowed to leave the court
Don't
now?
leave
or-
just yet, Mr.
Not yet?
President. We
Okay.
give you notice.
Oh, notice, that's right. Thank you, Your Honor, and I'll be more prepared next time I come in. Yes, sir.
Michael Davis.
It is the coping, it's true.
Sir, Michael Davis, President.
I gotta get my nerves under control.
George Gajardo.
So this is the part where he's going to go talk to his lawyer, and his lawyer is going to do his best to try and explain why he is an idiot?
Renee Hodges.
Oh, I think they were transferred.
Renee Hodges, correct.
Okay.
Ellis Huff.
Now, I'm only accepting this under duress, stress, and menace.
You got something.
Duress, stress, and menace. I haven't heard the menace before.
Thomas Kelly.
Mayor.
Do I have to,
Hey,
under
Sophie.
perjury, under threat of arrest or anything, do I have to sign it?
It's your notice.
But do I don't even want to come to it. Do I have to sign it?
That's, I mean, if that's the judge.
If I'm going to be threatened under arrest or
Give me
anything
about
else?
5 minutes. Give me about 5 minutes, and I'll explain to you where you're screwing this up, but just sit tight.
Sherilyn Lippincott.
I love this lawyer. I've already watched this video, by the way. This lawyer, bless him, he's doing his best. He lays it out. He lays it out with, I think, the appropriate amount of both education, but also kind of speaking on a level of like, hey, you're doing something real foolish, man. So that'll be good. Firstly, though, Lennon Cat, with a Black's Law Dictionary request, menace can do. I'll look up menace.
Because I ain't giving jurisdiction to nobody.
It's too late. They have it.
Giving jurisdiction
That sigh from the lawyer, just, I feel it. I feel it in my soul. Listen to that sigh.
to nobody.
That should just be the theme song to this channel. Just that guy going,
Sebastian Martinez. Correct. Very good.
Menace, a threat, the declaration or show of a disposition or determination to inflict an evil or injury upon another. I'm kind of surprised that was actually in there.
Reshuffle.
I wish it had just said C. Dennis.
Kyle Palakovich. Kara Pierce.
Without prejudice.
Without prejudice, duh. Not without prejudice, without prejudice, duh. Rainy, thanks for 3 stream streaks as I keep coming back here. Every time I get out, they pull me back in.
Pre-justice.
Detrimus Pittman.
Here with counsel.
Jake Thomas. There's a writ. Tom Wright.
My contract to him.
Even better.
Don't sign it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And Robert Miles. He's scheduled for 10.
From the worst Godfather. I've heard the director's cut, the, like, newer one, the Godfather Coda, the Michael Corleone something. I've heard that's better, but I've not seen any of the Godfather movies, so.
That's the other thing. I don't worship pagan goddesses, and this place serves justice. Justice is a pagan goddess.
Oh, justice is a pagan goddess, therefore laws don't apply. That's certainly an argument, I guess.
I don't serve pagan goddesses.
All right, we get my pen.
Give me one second.
Has he got a note?
Oh, that's it.
All right.
Juggle command.
Rest in peace. I'll mail this to him. Everyone in here can do the same thing. And then they can't, once you challenge jurisdiction, they have none unless you give it to them. If they don't have none, they can't get it, they gotta drop case. No matter what the case is.
All right. There.
It's on Sylvania's special list today. No, theft case. You can
can handle it, just take it.
No.
You're saying you can't give me legal advice because of the situation.
What? I can do whatever I want. I mean, I can't give you legal advice. Brother, you need legal advice.
Hey, man, I'm going
Brother, you need legal advice.
full force, man. Fucking
Yeah, but you're like,
I'm sorry, I know a lot of the time someone will just say something and I'll repeat it, but that's something I like about this show. Something I like about videos like this is the choice of language people have. I just like mulling it around in my mouth. Does that make sense? Sometimes specific phrasing people use on the fly is just so good and so funny. I just need to try it out. I don't know, that might be annoying, and I'm sorry if it is. Chitara says, I can do whatever I want, a man who actually can't do whatever he wants.
what I just found.
right. But you're not going full force in the right way. You're completely fucking yourself.
That could be. But as soon as I give any of you guys, as soon as I give jurisdiction, you already know I'm fucked. Once they
That's
get
why
jurisdiction,
they have jurisdiction over you. You know why?
How's that?
Because you're here.
I'm here under duress, stress.
You're
and-
here because you
I didn't want to be here.
You are submitting to their jurisdiction.
What am I drinking? This is just a Coke Zero.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
you are.
nothing. If I
You're
don't
here.
show up, they're gonna drag me in here.
Correct.
Okay, that's duress, stress.
No,
and
that's
menace.
because you're under their jurisdiction.
No.
I don't think you understand.
I ain't
what
giving them jurisdiction.
Mr. Frisbee.
I looked it up plenty of times.
What does it mean?
If this case ain't dismissed or dropped, man, I'm going after. I'm gonna put a lien on the judge and every contract or every.
Oh, that's not a good idea. He's already claiming he's gonna put false liens. He wouldn't consider them false liens, but they are false liens on the judge, lawyers, etc., which is a felony. It's considered paper terrorism, I believe, is what it's colloquially called, but it is a felony. Putting false liens on people's property is effectively stealing from them. So no, you're not allowed to do that, and sovereign citizens get in trouble for it all the time. Toreador says, an excellent mouthfeel, mature bouquet, a crisp body with light tannins, Coke Zero 2024.
Put a lien on me too?
Everybody that's
Speaking of Power Rangers and soft-sits, have we heard from Chili? He's just out doing the same thing. He hasn't done anything interesting enough to talk about since he got out.
conspiring to put
In my view, he may have, but I haven't seen anything.
me in a cage or steal money from me, commit
Right.
fraud in the courtroom, yes, I'm gonna go after and put a lien.
Do you
on.
realize you're the first sovereign citizen to ever come along?
And that's an oxymoron. There's no such thing as sovereign citizen.
All right.
It annoys me when they do that because it's a thought-stopping mechanism that's been introduced by sovereign citizen, like, guru types, so when you get called a sovereign citizen, they go, no, that's a contradiction. Yes, it is a contradiction, but that's kind of the point. It's a descriptor of the oxymoronic nature of the belief system. It is illogical, it's contradictory, it doesn't make sense. And on top of that, people like me didn't name them sovereign citizens, they did. The original group that started this stuff, Posse Comitatus, which was a white supremacist group in the 70s, they called themselves sovereign citizens and the name stuck. These days, they just don't like the name because it's become well known enough that, like, that people recognize their bullshit on sight. So they try to claim there's something else. It's kind of like how pyramid schemes rebranded themselves as like, oh, we're not a pyramid scheme, we're multi-level marketing. And then multi-level marketing got a bad rap. So now, oh no, we're network marketing. And it's on and on and on. It's the treadmill of constantly changing the vernacular to keep the scam going so they don't recognize by name the scam.
I'm not going to talk to you then. I'm trying to. I brought you in here to help you unfuck yourself.
Okay.
But you are bound
If you can
and determined to fuck yourself.
Well, if you
so
can unfuck
please
myself,
go.
if you can unfuck myself without taking jurisdiction over
Okay,
me,
that's what I'm
Now it's called crypto.
trying to explain to you.
How do I
you
do
cannot escape their jurisdiction because if you try to, they will throw you in jail
for what?
for not showing up in court when ordered to do so.
Hence, threat, duress, and menace.
Right.
Yes, that's why they have jurisdiction over you. The fact that they have the legal right to commit that against you, the fact that they have the ability to go and get you and force you into jail or prison or to come to court via physical force is the jurisdiction they have over you. That's what that means. Correct. That's the nature of power dynamics of the state. Like, it just is what it is. That's what law enforcement is. It's not voluntary. If everyone voluntarily agreed to not, like, do fucked up shit, it wouldn't be a thing. Not how this works. This is not how any of this works.
Okay, so
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't being threatened and stressed to do it. In any time that I had to
Stop,
show
dude. I
up.
don't give
This is actually his lawyer, Korax,
a
right
fuck.
now.
I don't
Where
either.
is your, what are you gonna do with this? You gonna file a motion?
I'm gonna have to learn and figure that out when the time comes. I got till October. I
You have
guess.
no idea.
I'm gonna have to figure it out, how to file a motion. If you don't know how to file a motion, you're already fucked. You were fucked the moment you stepped into that courtroom. Listen to your lawyer.
Idea what the fuck you're even.
You're right, I don't, but I'm learning quick.
No, you're not. You're
And
not
I
learning
know-
anything.
I know quite a bit
literally-
now.
You are learning nothing.
What am I not learning?
You are clearly not learning nothing.
Oh no, double negative! He's not learning nothing! Now he's big-brained.
Unless you are prepared to leave New Jersey for a foreign country with no extradition, then at the end of the day, you have not escaped their jurisdiction. You can refuse to acknowledge their jurisdiction. You can say, I don't see it, I don't believe in it, it's unconstitutional,
So if I'm
it
a
ain't
US
there,
if I
it's
claim to be-
imaginary. Listen to me, listen to me.
go ahead.
But you cannot fight it because at the end of the day, they have more people,
And Toreador says, you mean like New York?
more guns, more jails, whatever.
right.
Then you can go sit in jail. And any judge that you go in front of to make this argument is going to have to necessarily, if they
He's gonna have to.
If they rule
he's gonna have to give me the challenge of jurisdiction.
what's the challenge of jurisdiction? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'll
Exactly.
figure it all out.
What does that even mean? I don't know, I'll figure it out. I have the concept of a plan.
What's the challenge of jurisdiction? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'll
Exactly.
figure it all out.
Exactly. It doesn't mean
We did it! Ashley One Up says, even Miss Frizzle would be like, can't teach these people. No kidding.
shit. Any judge that rules in your favor is going to be essentially ruling that he has no authority over you.
Basically.
Okay, but no judge is going to rule that way.
Well, then he's committing fraud.
No.
This is that conversation that Patrick and the Man Ray have in SpongeBob. Is this your wallet? Nope, not my wallet.
They would all commit fraud, so you can't.
They are.
You realize you are preparing a battle that you can never win and that you will be crushed like a bug? Do you get that?
Why is that? Explain to me.
Because they do have jurisdiction over you!
I just did. Anyway, all right. I know you don't want. What are we even charged with?
2 counts of terroristic
What is
threat
this? Is this
against
shit
a
I
cop.
sent you?
2 counts of terroristic threat against a cop. How do you even get that charge? What the fuck?
No, this is shit.
I don't
that
want to see it then.
Yeah.
So what do you?
This is my sovereign
2
shit.
counts of terroristic threats.
That's what they charged me with. And I
Okay,
didn't
but dude,
terroristically threaten
listen,
anybody.
Mr. Crispy, this will be a lot.
Against the police officer.
Just answer my question. You were charged with 2 counts of terroristic threats.
That's what they said.
Are these threats on video?
They might be on the body cams, but they're not threats. I didn't threaten nobody. I stated if he puts his hands on me illegally, unlawfully, when I committed no crime,
And he put his hands on you and beat
that
your
I
ass.
have,
Yeah.
well, he didn't beat my ass, but I have every right to protect myself from that when I committed no crime.
Correct.
No
And you will be
victim.
charged with resisting
And then they
arrest.
would get, and which he charged me with,
Right.
and they dropped that because it was the false charge. Well, no, his actual arrest was disorderly conduct, so he committed crime upon me when he falsely arrested me. Anything after that false arrest shouldn't matter, just because he wears a costume in this fucking building. These people, I own these people.
I feel like these people don't understand the distinction between a philosophical difference of a point of view and a practical difference of a point of view of what is real. Like, you can think that it's bullshit. You can think that this cop is bullshit and the way that the system works is bullshit. But that's a separate critique from, this is how the system works. And I feel like a lot of sovereign citizens have trouble splitting those hairs between how they think a system should work or not function at all versus how it does work. And they're not capable of understanding the difference between the two. I don't get it. Like, as all of you know, I have major criticisms of, like, cops and the justice system and all that stuff, especially now. But, like, That's different than talking about how the system does function right now. I don't know. They're different conversations. Chitara says he's lucky that he did all this before cops get immunity to, well, quote, do their jobs. Yeah.
Well, they don't own me. I'm not no
I
fucking
don't have to
slave.
know you, Mr. Christian.
Social Security administrative bullshit to get money out of a contract that they got over
What
all these
contract?
charges.
What contract do they have with you?
Assessed administrative contract.
A
Tell me
what?
I'm the.
A what?
Tell me
Once again, he means SDK, but he doesn't know how to pronounce it.
I'm the. Tell me they don't. What I do with the paper? Tell me that there's not, and then you'll be committing fraud too.
No, well, then don't ask me, because if I can't tell you the truth, then I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
that's
to you.
what I want, the truth, so I know how to fight it and
Mr.
present it
Frisbee-
without ending up
Mr.
in a
Frisbee,
cage
the
or paying
problem with
fines
you
and money
is-
and
All
parole.
right, you can go. I'm
Wait a
done
minute,
talking
wait a
over.
minute.
I'm done. You're
And
out. You're
parole
out. You're
telling
out.
me that
Mr.
they're gonna
Frisbee, you
do
are
more
out.
too.
Leave now, or I will have this jurisdictional officer help you.
That's
I'm not
fine.
going
He
to yell
puts his
with you.
hands on me and I'll fucking charge him for
Hello,
assault
Dr.
too.
White. How's it going?
They said that the courts will try and fight you on it and deceive you into believing that they have jurisdiction they don't have.
Thank you.
You have a blessed day, sir. I'll see you October when I tell the judge the same story. And if you don't dismiss the charges, then I'm coming after him with a lien. These fucking people ain't got jurisdiction over nobody. Fucking criminals, fraudulent fucking criminals. That's what they are. Bunch of fraudulent fucking criminals in a fucking pagan worship house. Serving justice. You know what justice is?
Yelling about pagan worship in the elevator of the courthouse is something.
It's a pagan goddess. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I know what that means, Mr. Blast. Profane Priestess says, listen, I'm a libsock. It is fundamentally part of my worldview that we can and should decentralize power in a non-hierarchical way. But at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge that the system we live in works off of violence. The cops have power because the state has the guns and it delegates the power to them. That's a huge part of why I don't like it, but you can't just wish it away through willful ignorance. It's not how shit works.
That's right, folks. See how they try.
Like, imagine if Winston in 1984, we did it, literally 1984, we referenced it. Like, if Winston in 1984 was just like, I don't think this is right. Like, yeah, man, yep, that's the point, doesn't matter.
He's telling you, oh, they have jurisdiction over you. You gave it. I didn't give them shit. Oh, because you showed up here. I didn't show up here because I wanted to. I showed up so I didn't get fucking arrested for it. Yeah, I got a video show. Sorry. Oh, is this one or two? No. Thank you, gentlemen. That's right, folks. So, October, I'll be back in October, whether I end up in a cage or not. And if I do, I'm going straight for the judge's throat. I'm going to lean on him, make a few million to give to my kids.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
That's right, folks. And that's how it's done.
His shirt said, make tyrants afraid again, by the way, in case you're curious what his shirt said. So yeah, I'm gonna save this guy, and we'll keep an eye on him as future court occurrences happen. Alright, let's check out this video. This is a traffic stop that happened back in April.
My ticket and send me on my way.
He can walk the dog.
Why?
around.
What's your probable cause?
We
Don't
don't
have to
need
have-
probable
yes, you
cause,
do.
ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am,
do
you
not.
do.
No, I
yes,
don't.
ma'am.
All right.
I
As he
no.
just explained.
Pennsylvania versus
ma'am.
Mint. Can you step out for me?
Do not.
Sorry, this is just a preview.
24
Police Department.
next. A trailer with
Methamphetamine in it. What?
green Chevy Silverado pulling a trailer without an attached license plate. Here's what happened next.
So pulled over because they were hauling a trailer without a license plate on it. I have seen this. They are sovereign citizens.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Officer Boyer with the Ocala Police Department. I pulled you over because you don't have a tag on your trailer.
You just bought it. Yeah, I just bought it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You still can't have it on the roadway without a trailer tag. You know?
Okay, I have a trailer tag at the DMV. I just haven't went and done the whole swap over because we just bought it.
Okay. You bought it today?
No, I didn't buy it today. I bought it yesterday.
Okay. You have your driver's license, insurance, or registration? Is this dog gonna bite me?
No, she's not.
Okay.
No.
Dirty says, movie voiceover man. Sadly for him, the judge would not be leaned on.
Yeah, no, I just got it yesterday. We just dropped off some food to a friend of ours.
Okay.
And I haven't made it to the DMV because, you know, they're not open on the weekend. So I
Yeah.
got to go there tomorrow.
I hear you.
That's
Were
all.
you just picking the trailer up, or you?
No, I picked it up yesterday. We just brought...
I know, with the trailer on, though? Are you guys moving stuff or something?
No, we...
The fact that you got just the Baja Blast handle on Blue Sky is pretty rad.
Bought the trailer.
Everyone make it take off, so Dr. Pepper, or not Dr. Pepper, sorry, so Mountain Dew has to pay my wife.
Yesterday.
Correct.
Okay, he works, he has his own business, and he had to work today, and then we got food.
Yeah.
And we dropped some food off to a friend of ours, and then tomorrow we got to go to the
I know, I'm
DMV.
just trying to figure out why you're hauling the trailer around today if you bought it yesterday.
Because he had to work today.
Okay. Oh, you guys use the
Yeah, I
toolbox?
got a toolbox full of tools and a ladder, and you know.
All right.
So,
And
I know, you did
understand
tell me that, Baja.
You bought it,
That's
but you
funny.
still can't have it on the roadway without...
Okay, well, I understand
It's
that.
unregistered, okay?
I understand that, and I've got a tag in the DMV, and I'll go deal with that and deal with the ticket that I'll probably get for it.
Do you have the title?
No, it's a bill of sale.
Okay, can I see that?
I have that at the house.
Okay. All right. You know if there's a VIN on there somewhere?
I do
where it would
not.
be? Okay.
I can give you the person that sold it to me.
Okay.
I have them on Messenger.
I just need some sort of information on that trailer. All I have to do is make sure it's not stolen.
Pull up the Google. Where we
I mean, you really needed 3 officers here for this? Like...
How you doing, sir? Good. How you doing? What's your name, sir? Alvarez. Alvarez. Yes, sir.
I saw you guys while we were hanging out with our friend, giving him some food, and y'all were circling around us, so...
Circling around you, or just circling around the neighborhood?
Just around the neighborhood,
Which,
you know?
we can do, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
So what was the purpose for you pulling us over?
There's no tag on the trailer.
So when did you find out that there was no tag on it?
When I was behind
Because
you.
I saw you pull around and come back as soon as we pulled out the street.
Can I not
Ashley, what do you want me to do for the Black's Law Dictionary request?
do that?
Oh, no, I was just
Okay.
wondering.
So
Oh, vexatious litigation? Okay.
I can pull out. Actually, I saw you guys pull out, and then I saw there's no tag on the trailer.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
were pointing that way, though,
I'll-
and you pulled out, so you saw
I was not pointing that way.
It's
Obviously,
fine.
you've got the
I'll
wrong
pull
car.
Up the messenger where we bought it off of Marketplace with the guy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He
Perfect.
owns a dumpster service.
Yep.
He's a businessman as
Called
well.
the Goat.
He called the Goat. He sold it to us.
Okay.
Sold. This is the trailer right here
Okay, cool.
from this guy. So you'll see the picture. See?
Oh,
There's
yeah,
the
yeah.
pictures of it.
Yeah.
See?
Got the paint and everything. Okay.
We painted it.
Oh,
We
you
painted
did?
it
Yeah,
up. Yep. See? The
All
same
right.
same thing. And then you can go through here, see we bought it, see conversation. I rated the seller.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
2-inch. We asked him what's good. There's his address. Good morning. I'll be there.
So vexatious litigant isn't, but Vexation Actions Act is, which is about vexatious litigants, so I'll do that. An Act of Parliament of 1896 authorizing the High Court to make an order on the application of the Attorney General that a person shown to be habitually and vexatiously litigious without reasonable grounds shall not institute legal proceedings in that or any other court without leave of the High Court judge thereof, upon satisfactory proof that such a legal proceeding are not an abuse of, facie ground, therefore. The order when made is published in the Gazette. So that's about vexatious litigants.
Do 3:25 tomorrow evening. So,
Okay. All right, I appreciate you pulling all that up. Like I
No
said,
problem.
I have to pretty much just make sure nothing's stolen, right?
I
'Cause
understand that,
There's no
but-
tag on it. I don't know where the VIN is, so.
I don't even know where the VIN is, so I had to go get a weight slip, which everything's at the house. I had to
Yeah.
go to the weight slip place yesterday after I got the trailer, get it weighed,
Okay.
to go to the DMV to go give them the weight slip, his bill of sale, to go do everything at the tag office.
Okay.
So
All right, give me
I
just
even
a
had to
sec.
do that. So.
All right. All right. No worries.
They called K9 for no reason.
Yeah, because the neighborhood, baby, it's on.
I get that, but
Set it?
there's no reason for any of this.
They do call a K9, which I'm not great on. Y'all know how the whole, wait, hold on. Do I have to open the door? Let me go open the door for someone. I'll be right back. never mind. I didn't have to. Sorry. It was just my wife coming home. I thought it was someone else who was coming over. Mr. Blast is coming over for a second later. What was I saying? Oh, so they have a canine come out. Now, the use of canines in policing is, questionable, considering the studies that show that they can make the dog signal whenever they want. In this case, however, the dog is, correct. And it's not just about weed. Although she thinks it's about weed. Not about weed.
So just for your safety, so the dog doesn't try to jump up on the door, just roll your window about this high, turn the car off, put the keys on top of the dash there for me.
Hydrate, can do.
Can you just...
They explicitly say this canine is not trained to signal on marijuana. You'll see.
Both your hands on here and keep both your hands on the steering wheel. Yeah, try to keep this window a little higher so the dog doesn't...
Imagine you're just delivering takeout and a judge answers the door. I've answered the door before in... God, what was the outfit? Was I in the maid outfit once? Might have been. It was a terrible outfit that I was wearing. I don't remember what.
Especially if he smells that food.
I mean, I don't see what the probable cause is to have a canine here for a tag on a trailer.
Well, so I'll explain that to you in a second afterwards, because he has to walk the dog, and then I'll run you through it. You got to roll the window up a little bit more.
All right, hang on. So
what's the problem?
What was the cause for that?
Yeah,
probable cause for
I'll
a
answer all your questions.
No, I want to know now.
Okay, so
because I have my rights.
That's fine. That's fine. So then it's a traffic stop. Okay. Right. So there's probable cause for the traffic stop as long
as no tag.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the probable cause to have a canine?
She can call.
Why?
I'm explaining to you. Okay, if you stop interrupting me.
I'll call my lawyer. I'm calling 911 right now. I want a supervisor here.
You can call it.
Oh, probably don't call 911 on the cops unless you're in immediate danger.
Everybody.
You're gonna get another charge for misuse of an emergency line.
There's nothing. It don't matter anyway.
You can call the president if you like.
There's no reason for this.
So, all right. Well, then we're gonna go ahead and start pulling everybody out of the cars then.
Toreador says, personally, I only recognize the jurisdiction of the Shadow Proclamation and Stonecore Bell with a 50 stream streak. Heck yeah.
Away from my car, please.
Listen, we don't want to have to. We're trying to do this cordially.
Lock your door. I want a supervisor here. If you pulled me over for a tag,
6418, that's
then there's
24.
no reason.
That's fine, Profane Priestess. Just, don't do it a ton. Keep it so it's not spammy. Keep Lord with a link.
But anyway, these lanterns did not represent the endpoint of fuel combustion for lighting. Although, sadly, after the Cold Blast lantern, we never made that next logical step, which would of course have been the Baja Blast lantern.
Charge your cut right, Bentley.
I am at the Family Dollar, pulled over surrounded by 3 officers.
Aren't you allowed to call 911 to make sure the cop at your door is legit before answering? I'm not sure if they want you to do 911 or just the non-emergency line, but you can look up the specifics of that. But I know that is a thing where you can check. I'm not sure which number they want you to call, though.
I'm requesting a supervisor here. I was pulled over for a simple
6418 Ocala.
Traffic infraction.
Are you on the phone with 911?
And now they're threatening.
Believe my driver is on the phone with 911 requesting a supervisor. Can you send one?
Just so you guys know, Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Listen, I'm invoking my 5th Amendment. I'm not speaking to you.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Thank you.
Pennsylvania versus Mims gives us.
Thank you. I need a supervisor here, please.
Gives us the ruling to have you guys step out of the vehicle, okay?
If you pulled me over for no tag on the trailer, then write me my ticket and send me on my way.
He can walk the dog.
Why?
Around.
What's your probable cause?
We don't need probable cause, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you do.
No, I
yes,
don't.
Ma'am,
right.
As he just explained.
Pennsylvania versus Mims. Can you step out for me?
Don't. I told you to get a supervisor.
I will arrest you for resisting if you don't get out of this car.
No.
Oh, the intensity. Altered Undying, thanks for 25 months.
Ma'am.
I will arrest you for resisting if you do not step out of this car.
You have no right to violate my car. No,
You
ma'am.
just
She's
broke into our
resisting.
No, I am
don't-
not.
Yes, you are.
Resisting is
No,
a
step
secondary
out.
charge.
I
Step
got
out.
it on
ma'am.
video.
Step out of the
No,
vehicle.
ma'am.
Opened our
Step
vehicle.
out of the
Supervisor
vehicle.
here.
Pennsylvania
She's,
versus
she's
Supervisor.
coming.
Step out of the
She's
car.
coming.
Well, I
Step
will.
out of the vehicle.
I
Close
want
our
a
door.
supervisor
Close
first.
our door.
I'm
Before
not
we
closing the
proceed,
door. Not closing the door.
Before
Close our
we
door.
stop.
Call Ramputi.
Before
and
we
tell him-
proceed, I want the supervisor.
That's fine,
Beauty.
but I'm not closing this door.
Close
You
the
don't have
door.
that right.
I do.
No, you,
You
do
cannot
not, ma'am.
touch our door.
You are
just
resisting.
broke
Hold
into
on.
our vehicle.
What is the reason you pulled me over?
I pulled you over for not having a tag on your
tag.
vehicle.
Okay.
Say it again. Say it
Unregistered
again.
motor vehicle.
pulled me
not
over.
a
that
roadway.
It's not a motor
Trailer.
vehicle. That
It
is
is
a trailer.
considered a
No, it's
motor
not.
vehicle in the state of
No,
Florida,
it's
which
not.
is
No, it's
something
not.
you have
No,
to
it's
have
not.
registered.
The truck is
The
registered.
truck is
Okay.
registered. So, if you pulled me over for a tag not being on my trailer,
Which is an
why
unregistered vehicle.
it is not an unregistered vehicle. Do not
unlock my door.
stop.
Do
Stop.
not unlock my door.
You guys have no right to be in my vehicle.
Get away from the
No.
car.
We've been trying to
Get away from the car.
explain it to you guys, man,
Get
but
away
you guys
from the vehicle.
I want a supervisor.
you guys aren't listening.
Get away from the car. You
Before we
just broke
proceed-
into our vehicle.
Oh, the poor puppy.
You just broke into our vehicle.
Stop. I want a supervisor.
Supervisor.
I want a supervisor.
Supervisor.
I'll call the 911.
He's on his way.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, I will.
Well, okay, so now you want to just try to rack up something. So why
You're
don't
the
you
one
just
doing
write
it.
me my ticket
Why I'm
for the
giving
tag?
you a warning.
Give me a ticket for my tag.
We could,
What?
but you guys aren't listening, so now
I
we
don't
have to
have
go
to.
this
You have
way.
no probable cause. None.
Garant says, remember kids, sovereign citizens suck and all cops are bastards.
Whatsoever.
Unfortunately, you are
And now you're delaying
uneducated
my
to the
traffic
fact
stop.
that you do not need probable cause to walk the dog around. It's a free air sniff. It's been ruled.
Traditional American gallon of soda.
By
No, it's not, because my attorney, Ramputi, already
Well,
deemed it wrong.
I can't
That's
argue
great.
with somebody
So-
that doesn't know what they're
Call
talking
the lawyer
about.
right now. Call Ramputi.
Call Ramputi. He'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's already done in court of law, in front of the judge already. You guys are violating my rights. If you pull me over for a simple traffic infraction for the tag, then write me my ticket. I will deal with it at the DMV on
You notice how she's trying to get out of this interaction real quick before the dog gets there? Wonder why.
Monday, like I explained to you, and that's the end of it.
That's what she was trying to do, but
No,
unfortunately,
she was not.
won't
You were
set up-
called.
Yes.
Before
which-
she even
which
did,
I'm
you were
allowed to do.
It does, if it's a simple
You are
what
extremely.
is the reason
you are
why
extremely
you need to be
incorrect.
called?
I do not need
What
a
is
reason.
the reason he needed to be
It's
called?
a
Because on
free air
simple
snip.
traffic ticket, yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there
Ma'am,
is.
where are you getting this information from?
Oh my goodness.
'Cause, unfortunately, it's wrong.
Okay.
Our window was down. There was no need for you to open the door.
You're right. The window was down. That's the issue. She wasn't rolling it up.
You don't
She
think the
wasn't
cops had a
saying-
good reason to bring out the dog? I don't either. They're legally allowed to do it, though. It's bullshit, but they are legally allowed to do it.
Dog stepped on it, and I kept asking for a supervisor. The dog, the buttons work while the key, until that door opens, they won't stop going up and down. My dog rolled it down.
Okay.
While I was asking for a supervisor,
Okay,
and
but
I
you
refused to
still
go
didn't
any
listen when
further
we tell you to
till a
step out.
supervisor. But you still need to respect me as a citizen.
I
It's a
am.
simple traffic stop.
I'm not
Write me
yelling,
my
I'm
ticket,
not
and I will
raising
go
my
about my
voice,
day.
but unfortunately,
Absolutely
you're
not.
not.
Why?
listening.
Because you have now delayed this, and you are resisting
You
it.
stopped us from traveling
Is this
for no
Ramputi?
reason.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys, he's on his way, but in the meantime, you guys need to step out. You're being detained, and you can talk to him when you get out.
Detain me.
Yes, I
don't
can.
do nothing.
Either you step out, or I'm gonna have to put hands on your brother. I don't want to do that.
Listen,
so step
if
out
you
of the,
touch me, that is
Step out of the
called
car.
aggravated battery.
Step out of the
Don't
car.
touch me.
Step
Listen,
out.
you don't
Step
need.
out.
I'll get out on my own free will. Get up. What are you
So
touching me?
That's
for?
what I'm trying to tell you.
Don't touch
You're
me.
being detained.
Well, for what? What did I do?
Step out of
I
the
am a
car.
passenger in a
Step out of the
vehicle.
car right now.
Can you not touch me, and I'll step out myself? Sir, I will step out
Step
myself.
out of the car right now. Come on.
What are you doing, bro? I got damage on my fucking neck. What are you doing? Stop pulling. What are you doing? I am a passenger. I said I will step out. You are on video.
Yeah, I don't know why they're
said
doing
I will
this.
step out. What are you doing? Why am I being detained?
Because you're not listening.
I said I will step out. Get off of me.
All right, let's walk to the back. Yeah, I got it.
No, you don't need that. Why are you shutting my phone off?
I didn't. Nobody even touched your
Yes,
phone.
you did. You just touched my phone. The hell are you doing, man?
All right, just hang out
No,
right here.
listen, let go of me. You don't need to detain me.
All right, well then listen the first time.
No, bro, you had a warrant to touch.
Thank you. That's great. Mr. Blast has given me a gift. You got this at a garage sale? It's a Reefer Madness poster. And it's in a frame! Look at that. That's good. Ibronze, thanks for following. Thank you. This is excellent. Ooh, Son of Kong. Thank you. And Sons of Kong. Ooh, let me see that. Thank you. It's like oh no, this is a DVD. Holy crap, it's got a bunch of like knockoff yeah, like King Kong ape movies basically during the ape craze after King Kong. And look it pops up. Woo! That's a good one. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Blast is fucking up. Alright, continuing. Peep Lord with 40 bits says, Sops at Saturday always makes me feel like reverse Marge Simpson. I hope everybody loses.
Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Pennsylvania versus Mims. So you have...
Really quick, I do want to go over what movies are in this. Boris Karloff's The Ape. Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. That's the name of the movie. The Gorilla. The Ape Man with Bela Lugosi. Bride of the Gorilla. The Savage Girl. The White Gorilla. Law of the Jungle. White Pongo. And Nabonga. Love that shit. Juggle, can do.
Had a warrant to physically touch me.
You need to educate. I don't need a warrant.
Huh? So you could touch me with no reason.
That's the reason.
Because I didn't
Pennsylvania
listen.
versus Mims.
Well, and we can agree that's a problem too, right? It's not legal yet. Not a lot. What the?
It's not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot. Still going to jail.
He said that they're not trained to alert on marijuana, so he alerted on something.
I did not say it. I never said that. You're correct, but I...
They do not alert on marijuana, according to them, yet they found a joint that the dog alerted on. I wonder what happened.
Never ever said...
It's meth. There's meth in the joint. They test it, and the joint is not only marijuana, it is methamphetamine, as featured in the hit television series on AMC, Breaking Bad.
That. You did. It may have been one of the other officers,
No,
but
sir,
I didn't
it
say
was
that. No. Watch your recording then.
I will. I will. I will. But, you know, like I said, this was a fishing expedition. You guys thought that there was dope because of the area we were at. It's just a pot, my pot, that I smoke because I have chronic pain.
You notice how every time she gets caught with something, she goes up to where they've discovered, but then stops there. She's like, okay, whatever, go away. No, okay, well, give me a ticket. No, okay, well, okay, I have marijuana, but that's it. Every time she gets caught out on something, she moves the goalposts, but is, like, firm on that because she doesn't want them to go further.
So, gave a guy some food to help him out.
Wait, methamphetamine is real? Yes, but they did make up chemistry for the show. Chemistry is not real.
That's nice of you.
You know, I saw you guys. I watched you guys circle all around the park.
Not me. I wasn't even over on this side of town.
No, but you were called within 5 minutes, though. So that tells me that her reason for pulling me over was not anything to do with the tag. Yes, there is a tag, but she had it already in her mind to have you en route, so.
You are
because of the area that we were at. I mean, you might as well just be
you
real
are
about
entitled to your opinion, man, by all means.
It's the realness of it, so, you know.
Everybody perceives stuff a specific way.
Yes, but you need a driver.
Well, you know, I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, which is what your dog would have alerted us. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's certified in methamphetamine, obviously. Orange on the sides. That's why I was trying to shine my light on it and like see.
It's
got on this. Flip this one over. I was just trying to see what this
that's
white
from
was.
That's from the thing.
Gotcha.
Not only did it test positive for THC, it also tested positive for methamphetamine.
See, no, I don't do meth.
So,
no, ma'am, because what did I tell you over there?
Can I
explain?
No offense, but I don't think your dealer gave you a free ad-in, you know?
I told you.
Can I
You
explain?
can't argue that all roadside. That's
So
what
this
all
is
of this is for.
this is a field test. On one side it's pink, the other side is orange, which indicates methamphetamine, and we also scan a barcode. So.
That's just strictly pot.
Okay, well,
That's all it was.
Not according to this.
I'm telling you, she planted. You planted.
It's all on my body camera.
Because it's just pot. They're saying that the pot has methamphetamine in it.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I saw her go over here by the truck. Remember what I said to you over there? I didn't trust what she did.
You want to see it?
Would you like me to field test it in front of you?
I would like to see the weed that you took out of my purse.
I just showed you.
Okay, no you didn't. You did this number.
Listen.
And make sure that I can make sure that it's the same stuff.
I don't like drug laws in this country either. Like, anyone who's addicted to methamphetamine needs help. Prison's just gonna make the situation worse. So I think that's bad, but interesting stop. Alright, let's try this one. This is a family court one. I think this is a guy trying to get out of child support with sovereign citizen stuff.
Calling case 2024-2849 DC, Mary Aldering versus Stephen Smith. Today is Monday, October 28, 2024 at 9:56 a.m.
Court will note the appearance of Ms. Podolsky on behalf of the plaintiff and defendant appearing in pro per. This matter is...
By the way, since you guys know I have a P.O. box, if you ever are at a thrift store or at a DVD store and you see like a thing that's like 10 or 50 or whatever movies and it's like really cheap, please buy it for me. I love nothing more than these big fucking collections. Like I have one over here too that's like 150 sci-fi television classics and it's all just like, you know, really low budget, terrible. They're usually cheap, and they're a fun way of collecting a lot of really, really forgotten B movies. So if you ever see those and you want to send me a gift that's cheap, go for it. I think I also have some cheap ones from Mill Creek on my wish list if you ever want to, like, get me a gift. Which is presumptuous of me, it sounds, but people send me stuff all the time. So when people do, I don't expect it, I'm not owed it, I'm a random asshole on the internet, but when people do, those are always fun little cheaper options that are... I don't know, just runs the numbers up, and it's cool having a bunch of B movies.
Before the court on the plaintiff's
Thank you for the queue, thanks for 49 months. I don't remember if I said that.
motion for temporary custody, support, and parenting time. Ms. Podolsky.
Thank you, Your Honor. As we stated in our motion, the parties have one minor child together. He is 3 years old. Parties were in a dating relationship until about August 14th of this year, at which time that relationship ended. And since then, the defendant has had no parenting time with the minor child. My client has offered him parenting time, but he has not availed himself of it. The defendant does have a history of drug use, his drug of choice being methamphetamines. My client has witnessed him using methamphetamines. He's witnessed him holding paraphernalia in the party's home. He is currently not working. We did identify his last place of employment in our motion. He was terminated from that employment after refusing to participate in an employer-mandated drug screen. And he has a March of 2024
Objection.
Case.
Hearsay.
Well, he's objecting over the just reading of, like, what's going on. That's not right. That's not good.
Hearsay.
In the 10th District Court for possession of drug.
I like that no one even said anything, just ignored him.
Paraphernalia. We do believe that he may have other criminal matters outside of Calhoun County and even outside of the state of Florida. And we have concerns that he doesn't have a valid driver's license, but in any event of using substances and transporting the minor child. We
Any opinion
do
on
believe that
any opinion on YouTube adjusting the speed setting to a slider? Have they done that? I don't have that update, but I think that would be cool if they did. Give a more, you know, intricate level of control over it.
Would be appropriate to issue an order of sole legal and physical custody to my client. She has been the sole caretaker of the party's minor child since birth. She is a fit and proper individual to care for the party's minor child. And she is proposing a parenting time schedule. That would be a supervised visitation schedule to occur on alternate weekends, supervision to be done by the defendant's mother. And that if defendant did fail to attend a visit
I like
or left.
that. I like that a lot, actually. Most YouTube changes over the last decade have been absolute dog shit, but I do think the speed setting is good. And that bar is a good one, too, so...
early, that his mother could continue that visit, as she is an important person in the minor child's life. My client is not trying to take the child's paternal family away from him. She's just simply trying to keep the minor child safe and knows that defendant's mother can do that. So we're also asking that if defendant does appear at one of those visits under the influence, that he must leave immediately. And his mother has agreed that she would terminate those visits if that happened. Because of the drug use and the significant history, we're asking that the defendant undergo a substance abuse evaluation, a psychological evaluation, and follow the recommendations of both, and with those evaluations provided to our office, as well as participate in drug screening prior to parenting time. We did outline my client's income information in the motion. We don't know if the defendant has gotten a job since we filed this matter. However, we do believe that he could work. He could work 40 hours a week and he could go out and earn $20 an hour, but would have to participate in employee mandated drug testing and be able to work. So we are asking that the court impute him at $20 an hour, 40 hours a week for the purposes of child support. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, what's your response?
Mute.
Got me muted.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Interesting that in this video they don't make him appear on camera. I've never seen a court video where they don't make everyone appear on camera before.
Sir, what's your response?
I have filed my Hague application to your office, Your Honor, and have you received that?
No, I have not.
I wasn't served papers until the 18th of this month, and today's the 28th. I saw that the papers were drawn up on the 2nd of October. If you haven't received...
Green guy with a $5 tip says, my wife has a warrant to touch me.
See that it is in the mail.
Using me to flirt with your spouse is an interesting use of a tip, but I approve.
But I you know, because of time, I can go over the Hague application that I have currently, and with my LLC on the articles of organization, that creates this address as my home state, and I'd like to apply that.
He's claiming that his home address is his own sovereign state. That's interesting. Crazy strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
My home country.
Sir, I don't care. Just respond to the motion. I don't care about all that other stuff.
That is my response to the motion. Before we further this custody battle and waste more time of the court, the Hague application takes precedence, and I would like that applied.
He's trying to apply to get this case taken up by the Hague, the International Criminal Court for war criminals. He is trying to take his child support case to the Hague. Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it. Not like we're using it for actual war criminals anyway, who cares?
The what application?
Dillis Filler says, hello, is this the place where I file my personals ad?
The Hague application, Hague Convention application.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. I know what the Hague Convention is, but I don't know what you're talking about having filed because I haven't seen it yet. So I'm asking you what...
Well, the court has a file of it, and now I have sent another file to you. I have one in front of me. Obviously,
I'm asking you to tell me, sir. I don't have it in front of me. I'm asking you, giving you opportunity to tell me what you filed.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he's getting his voice ready. Yeah, he wrote a whole thing. Good, good, good. Go.
Bear with me once.
Peep Lord says, hey, Peep Lady, nice bazongas. Nice bazongas is what you're going with? All right. Good luck to your spouse.
Second. Hey, Gab. 1 second.
Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second. I was like, it looked like it blinked, but I didn't blink. It was an edit. Starlight did nothing wrong with 100 bits says, since we're flirting with our partners on here now, hey Razor, you're a flippin' nerd.
So the Hague application is
Why is he making those noises? The worst ASMR I've ever heard.
Time and place and circumstances of wrong removal or retention. 3 p.m. Wednesday, August 14th. Mother dropped off father at Center Stage Dance Studio Plaza for father to complete moving furniture. Upon completion, was led to believe that the mother all would be joining plaintiff mother and grandmother for dinner that evening. Mother
Ashley One Up says, use these bits to flirt with your wife. Oh my god. But my father-in-law's over. I'll pretend he's not. Hey wife. How do I flirt with my wife on stream? Now I feel super self-conscious. She said, please don't. She yelled, please don't from downstairs. So no.
Explained a 24-hour break period from the conflicts of raising a young boy. Time spent at defendant's Paris address. Factual and legal justification for request. Since birth, on 11/1/20, habitual and sole residence has been my address at This is 5 continued. So time which, okay. He spent time at parents' house for a 24-hour period. Opportunity for her parents to watch the minor child while the mother continues to elongate separation period from father and has since cut all communication with the plaintiff father. Based on the above testimony declaration, I'd ask that the court to see that it's necessary to honor the application of the Hague Convention and rule for the minor child to be returned to his only known address. Plaintiff would maintain an open communication policy with the defendant and pray, God willing, we can, as adults, continue to raise a very special boy without further needing the time.
In his pleading, did he write, we'll pray to God we can raise our special boy? I don't know if that belongs in a legal document, sir.
Of the court. Proposed arrangements for return. His mother would open the lines of direct communication and make arrangements for the first day off following notice. Other persons and additional information. Jim Alderink, the grandfather, same address. Kathy Alderink, grandmother, same address. Mary, the mother, same address. Other relevant information. Mother has removed minor child from established residence. Mother has also severed all line of communication except that through specifically the grandfather, Jim Alderink, via text mostly. Plaintiff father would like to remain open-minded to the mutual arrangement between parties involved, understanding the importance of responsibility and not limiting the time of the court.
Anything else, sir?
That is the end of that application.
Okay. Well, in this particular...
So does the Hague just get documents from, like, kooky people all the time for really frivolous reasons? Because I never considered that. Seems if you're a big enough organization of any sort, you're probably going to attract at least a few letters from, like, bonkers people, right?
Notes that based upon the pleadings and the argument that the parties did separate on or about August 14, 2024, that the child has been in the care of the plaintiff since that time, and the defendant has not had any parenting time since.
Do you know how much I wish I could go to NASA and just ask to see all the terrible, funny letters they've probably received from flat earthers over the years?
Then
we could just do NASA Flat Earth mailbag.
For various reasons, as stated by the plaintiff, the court is going to therefore continue the status quo and grant to the plaintiff the custody of the minor child. The court will, in this matter, set support pursuant to the child support formula. Ms. Podolsky, what I'm going to do at this point is I don't know, I'm going to impute income to him as based upon what his income was with the Liberty Commons apartment when he was last working at that place. The court would grant to the defendant supervised parenting time, supervised by the paternal grandmother on basically alternating weekends from.
Overthought says, hello, Haig. Hope all is well. A car in front of me didn't signal their right turn. I'm declaring a war crime. Sincerely yours.
Starting on November 8, 2024 at 6 o'clock p.m. to Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. that he would have his midweeks on starting on November 6, 2024 from 4 to 8 o'clock p.m. and alternating holidays based on the front of the court holiday schedule, and that those would be supervised as stated. If in fact the defendant were to appear to exercise his parenting time, and if he is under the influence in this particular matter, that the parenting time would end at that time whenever he were to show up, if he is in fact under the influence. Ms. Podolsky, you can prepare that order and submit under 7 day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You as well.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Could you refer me to the next, my appeal for this judgment?
That's not his job to tell you how to appeal his ruling.
Your what?
Appeal to this judgment?
I mean, you already appealed to the Hague, so why are you so concerned?
You can appeal anything you want, sir.
Right. So would that go to Hallacy?
Nope, it would go to the Michigan Court of Appeals.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You can't.
People. Why are people? What are people? Who are people? Why? All right, here's another Sovereign Citizen Court appearance. This one is out of Detroit with, I believe, oh my goodness, what is this judge's name? We've covered him before. Well, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Antonio Pierre for the Latney family?
Perkins, Judge Perkins.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Good morning to you. How is whose case is it?
I'm sorry.
Latney, Antonio Pierre Latney?
Yes.
This one has some classic moments in it. This guy brings his birth certificate, claiming that his birth certificate is him. You know, the whole straw man Sobsit argument thing.
Antoine, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good day.
Good day. This is the city of Detroit versus Antoine Pierre Latney.
Zany Palm Tree, thanks for following.
Number SP1445437 SP162203661, SP1627402, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Latney. Please state your name for the record.
At least he has a lawyer. The lawyer does warn him multiple times in this. Big Dick Energy with 40 bits says, speaking of people sending crazy letters, did you ever read the letter in the decorated manila envelope I sent a few months ago? No, I still have it. We gotta cover it. I just haven't, I don't know, I haven't worked it into the schedule, because I suck. I will get to it, though, I promise. It's actually right here. Just so you know, I do still have it. It is right here, in my drawer. Maybe this Tuesday we'll cover it on Tinfoil Tuesday.
Here's a special appearance. Here's the bond in question, the birth certificate. I'm the natural person, natural man, and I'm not surety for this bond here, but I got it right here in my hand.
You have to turn your first of all, Mr. Latney, you have to turn your camera on. I can't talk to you without seeing who I'm talking to.
And I withdraw my appearance, Your Honor.
Why do you withdraw your appearance so quick?
Because it appears he does not need the assistance of counsel.
That's so funny. Both the lawyer and him know he's a sovereign citizen immediately and are making fun of him already. beautiful, brilliant, nature is healing.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I should start my video, but it's doing something like.
Mr. Ostrowski, you might want, I don't know if that's a cigarette. I would take that out if I were you. Good job.
How much of a lawyer's job, if you're a public defender, is just telling your client, like, not to smoke a joint on camera during court? Wear a suit. Don't smoke marijuana during the hearing. Don't wear a hat.
It says start your videos.
It's a lot of client management, I would imagine.
So you got to start your video, all right?
I'm going to use my phone, I guess.
Are you all right? Well, however you do it, I'll pass the matter until you get it together, all right?
All right. Okay.
On the iPhone.
There we go.
On the Samsung, good morning to you. I just let you in on the Samsung. What's your name, sir? Samsung in the blue t-shirt. In the blue t-shirt, walking around the house.
Okay, did I get it fixed now? Did it get fixed now?
Name, sir? Good morning to you.
There he is.
Antoine. I'm Antoine. I'm representing this.
Oh, you're Antoine Pierre.
Yes, yes. Try to get it fixed.
From the Latin family, right?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me and see me?
I can hear you and see you. Let me get you identified on here. I can hear you. All right. Let's go back on the record with Latney. So, Mr. Latney, state your name for the record, please.
I'm making a special appearance. I'm Antoine, the natural man.
And this is his birth certificate, which he's showing on camera.
And here goes his typography, all capital name, Antoine Pierre Latney Bond, that you guys are questioning. I'll make a special appearance on this.
Mr. Latney, I have no clue what you're holding up or what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the birth certificate. I'm holding up the birth certificate of.
So for those not familiar with sovereign citizen lore, they have been taught by other grifters or conspiracy theorists that the government doesn't have authority over you, the person, because no person can have authority over another person, they claim, ignoring literally all of human history. No, secretly, they only have authority over a secret bond. This bond is your birth certificate, and it's a negotiable instrument used to denote all of the labor you will do for the rest of your life. And it's connected to this SDK trust that has millions, if not billions of dollars in it. And that's the thing that they think the government has authority over, not them, but this trust connected to their birth certificate, which they believe to be a financial instrument, basically, that is transferable.
Antoine Pierre Latney.
Okay.
All of that's bullshit, obviously. It's just the mythology they believe. A birth certificate is an administrative bureaucratic document that exists to document births, birth parents, place of birth, etc.
And who is Antoine Pierre Latney?
That's I'm the natural person, but the all capitals name, which is typography that you are dealing with all caps.
I do not know what he means by typography. Does he mean typography? Because typography is like elevation and features of like an area of land or something, right? I assume he means typography.
That's his birth certificate. I'm not that all capital name. That all capital name is his birth certificate right here. I'm the natural person.
I don't know what you talk about. You're confusing me.
I'm confused too. I'm confused too.
Okay, well, we're both confused. I need to see Antoine. I need to see Antoine Pierre Latney. That's who I need to see.
I'm Antoine in the natural form, flesh and blood, right here.
I appreciate that he did a little pinch too. In case we thought he was like a robot or something. Can't pinch a robot.
How you doing?
Not without consent.
So you're Antoine Latney, right?
No. Are you referring to the all capital name?
Bro, we trying to go. You making this shit longer than it got to be.
I know it.
I think that's a completely separate defendant.
No, I know it.
I'm gonna pass the matter until I get Antoine Latney.
I think Johnny's just a random other defendant who's like, man, you're wasting all our time.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Latney, let's get this over with. Yeah, let's do this because it's gonna linger on. And Mr. Latney, let's go back on the record with Antonio and Tony.
For the record,
Antoine Pierre Latney.
I'm making a special appearance. I'm Antoine Pierre Latney, and I'm making.
They think a special appearance, by the way, when they say that. Sovereign citizens say this basically every time they're in court. They believe that by making a special appearance, they're separating themselves from the authority of the court or the jurisdiction. So they think, well, if I just show up and I'm here for a normal appearance, then I'm admitting that I'm in their jurisdiction, which gives them power over me. But if I claim I'm here under special appearance, then I'm here and I'm not under their authority. Again, it means nothing, it's not true, but it's word games and semantics they play to make them believe that they have some sort of agency in this matter that they just don't have.
A special appearance for this bond. I do not assume any responsibility for the all capitals name that you guys have in front of you or anywhere else.
Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put my appearance back on the record. Cherika Harris, on behalf of the natural person, Antoine Latney. And
I've seen her before too. When sovereign citizens show up, she tries her best to be a zealous advocate for what they believe, despite her obviously knowing it's all bullshit. She's very gentle. She gentle parents them, basically. Doesn't outright say, you're wrong, shut the fuck up. She tries to play along to ingratiate herself with them so that she might try and convince them of their folly.
And I would ask for a breakout room, but I am ready on Johnny Gatewood if we could do that matter first.
We'll get Johnny Gatewood out here. But you know something, Ms. Harris, I don't know if Mr. Latney knows that we get a lot of attention from these bloggers and these
well, it's just that it's like I drive for a living, but when I get into my regular car,
Mr. Latney, if I were you, I wouldn't talk. I mean, well, I'm sorry, you might not be Mr. Latney, but the person representing, I wouldn't talk if I were you.
He's admitting he's driving as a job, despite probably this being some sort of traffic matter with a suspended license, because that's how often sovereign citizen stuff is.
Give me a moment to speak with you in the breakout room before you make a whole lot of statements on the record, please.
I wonder if any judge has ever seen, like any judge we've ever covered has seen me cover one of their videos. If so, hi. Good job, most of you.
And thank you.
Oh.
Another person. I like when they just cut to other defendants laughing. It's like a live studio audience.
All right. So, let's. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Latney. Have a conversation with. You don't object to that, do you? Having a conversation with Ms. Harris?
No.
No. So have a conversation with Ms. Harris, and just wait on her. I'm gonna get Mr. Gatewood out of here, and then we'll.
This case actually has an interesting ending that I will try and explain when it's done, because this person kind of fucked themselves with the sovereign citizen stuff, but also accidentally unfucked themselves. I'll explain in a bit.
We'll hear what you have to say, all right?
Yes, sir. That's great.
All right, let's go back on the record. Let's go back on the record with Latney. Mr. Latney, what is this? How is this dismissed, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Latney. I was able to ascertain that he does have insurance that expires December 2nd, 2024. He did show me his receipt. Mr. Bowman was kind enough to take the receipt for the registration. And he also showed me his Georgia license that was issued in January of 21 and expires March of 29. My understanding is that would take care of the matters that were before the court.
So here's my thought. I think he had his license and insurance all along, but he got traffic stopped for something. I don't know what. Speeding, maybe. A taillight out. And then he probably denied to give his license and registration and proof of insurance because he believes, as a sovereign citizen, he doesn't need to present them because he thinks he doesn't need them unless he's doing commerce. But he also claimed he does drive for a living. So in his own logic, he does have a driver's license and insurance, but he thinks he only needs them when he's driving professionally, whether he's doing like Uber or whatever he's doing as a driving for a living, a delivery person, a truck driver, whatever. So while he believes the sovereign citizen shit that isn't true, he accidentally also believes other sovereign citizen shit that tells him he does need a license, therefore he does have one. So the issue wasn't that he didn't have a license, but that he thinks he didn't need to present it in a traffic stop where he wasn't working. Yeah, do the right thing for the wrong reason, basically. So kind of a funny one. Generty with 60-bit says, this court case is a lot funnier than the sitcom we watched, leaving it vague, because I can think of at least 2 shows that could refer to. Could be Scorched, could be the dummy one.
We would ask.
Anyway, so that does, the case gets dropped because he does have a license. Oh, this one's interesting. I don't know if you guys remember this army guy. This guy is in the army. He's a sovereign citizen. He showed up to court, argued, left, was told to come back, and didn't show up for his court appearance. So here's his next court appearance, and guess who shows up in his stead? His sovereign citizen wife. This is gonna be good.
All right, I'm looking for a Johnson. Do I have a Johnson?
Yes, you.
Fun fact, your spouse isn't allowed to show up to court for you. That's not how any of this works.
Do I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, but you're not the Johnson I was looking for, but I will take your case up. I have a couple. I have a Danny Johnson, and well, don't I have her on here? Oh, she's Stasha Carter. Do you go by Johnson also?
Okay, so I'm here for Danny Johnson.
Oh,
are you the attorney?
I'm a representative for him.
What does that mean?
That means I'm his wife, and we sent documentation.
Are you an attorney?
I'm an attorney, in fact.
So no, when she says, I'm an attorney in fact, what she actually means is, I am not an attorney at law, which means she's not an attorney in fact or anything else.
You're not an attorney at law?
No.
Okay. So when you say you're an attorney in fact, you're not an attorney, but you're here on his behalf as a citizen. Is that
no,
right?
I'm not a citizen. I'm not a citizen. But
we did it. She said the thing.
Let me state for the record, Mr. Johnson is under doctor's care. He's in recovery.
She claims they're in doctor's care, but they're also clearly in their house. So I don't know if this is a case. I don't know the specifics of what happened. I don't want to go out here and claim they're outright lying. But it kind of looks like it's suspicious, their claim that he had some sort of medical something. Because they claim he's under doctor's care, but he's clearly here in their house. And you can tell it's their house because you can see the ceiling fan. Hospitals don't have ceiling fans like that. It's like a Neil Breen movie. That's not how hospitals work.
He sent the documentation over to the courts.
to show that
it's a hospital, in fact.
to show proof of that. We also reserve our rights to any and all reproduction or distributing of videos on social media platform. And we request the matter to be rescheduled at a later time when he can get through his recovery period.
All right, Mr. Johnson failed to appear at his first appearance, February 27, 2024. August.
You can see that's a window that they have covered with something, and you can see the little bit of the ceiling fan.
Before he appeared, we took formal first appearance. He entered a not guilty plea. Actually, he objected, I think, to just about everything that we did. He was argumentative, disrespectful, interfered with court proceedings. I believe he was,
Your Honor. I think he was just
stop. You don't have any standing here today, Miss Carter, because you're not his lawyer. You're not him.
I'm not Miss Carter. I'm not Miss Carter.
Then why does your screen say Sasha Carter?
That's what it says, but I'm not Miss Carter. And it says,
Who are you? Who are you? Before I disconnect you from these proceedings, because you don't have standing to be here. What's your name?
Well, again, Mr. Johnson is under Dr.
Do you want to tell me your name?
He's here. I've already gave you my name, ma'am. I'm his
Well,
wife.
then say it again, because I must have missed it. What's your name?
Miss Johnson.
What's your first name?
Nicole.
How do you spell that, please?
Nicole.
Nicole Johnson. And you said you're his wife. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
I wonder why that name is on there.
His legal wife. Okay. Now, if you'll let me continue, and if you won't, then we'll have to remove you from the proceedings. On August 13th, 2024, he became, as I said, argumentative, disrespectful, and interfered with the court proceedings. I found him in contempt. He was arrested and he was to serve 24 hours in jail. And then, as I recall, the military put a hold on him, and because of whatever reasons, he served more than 24 hours, but he was told to be back here September 27. And on September 27th, there was an issue.
You don't understand how someone was in the military tries this shit. The vibe I got was that he's a little older, but he also seems like he's still like a private. Does that make sense? Based on the uniform he was wearing? I don't know how to put it. I get the vibe that he's in the military, but he's not good at it or respected in any way by people in the military.
He either was or was not receiving medical service, and he wanted a continuance, and we ultimately continued it to today. Now, that's been a month ago, and you say he's still under doctor's care and can't be here.
Can I show him? I can show the first hearing real quick. This is what he looked like. I don't see patches or anything, so I can't speak to it, but like, I don't know. That's what he looked like. He does show up again here in a sec too.
Here, he can hear you, but to appear.
Okay.
Correct. The doctor put him under doctor's orders to stay on bed rest. And that's where he's currently residing at, on bed rest. And we sent in the documentation to the courts and the doctor. The doctor notified the courts that he's not to appear because he can't travel and he can't fly due to his surgery.
No rank, no insignia, so a private, yeah. And he looked like 40. I feel like if you're still a private at 40, things have gone not great.
And we've made it clear.
Maybe I'm wrong. Someone in the armed forces can maybe correct me. I don't know.
To him that he can appear by Zoom. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant, bond forfeiture.
Hold on one second, ma'am, because he is here. He can hear you, but it's
put him on here.
Oh, he's on here, but he's in a recovery bed, ma'am, and it's a violation of his rights, his HIPAA rights, to be shown and be broadcasted all across social media as far as
bench warrant, bond forfeiture, no bond, hold.
Miss Western.
There he is. He showed up. We did it. It's a miracle. Hallelujah. Wow, it really took that bench warrant to get him to show up on camera, huh?
Now do you want to be on here, sir?
Well, I'm first of all,
Are you voluntarily appearing, Mr. Johnson?
No, under duress.
I'm not
Okay,
going
I'm
to-
not duressing you at all. You don't have to be here.
Can I speak, please? I just want to let you know I'm on a series of medication that alter my. I'm on a medication that I'm supposed to be on bed rest from my procedures for the next 8 weeks and for the following 8 weeks, and then I'm supposed to start my recovery. But I have reached out to the courts. I have had the hospital reach out to the courts in reference to my procedure and
The nice touch with the bedpan slightly in frame.
my process. I have requested a continuation. I have also sent in letters to request evidence from the case to continue the case prior to these procedures that I have not got a response back. So
Certified mail.
I sent it out registered mail that the courts received, I think on the 23rd, in requesting evidence of the case to continue prior to my surgery, but having the surgeon
It's an unforeseen circumstance.
Ma'am, I want you out of the case now. You're not his lawyer. He's talking, he's representing
Ma'am,
himself.
The creator,
You're out.
The creator made me his wife, and
I will find you in contempt of court.
Ma'am.
Stop talking, Miss Johnson.
Okay.
Now, both of you stop for just a moment. Miss Gillette, you haven't had a chance to say anything on this. Do you wish to be heard?
Because you're acting like the attorney.
I'm acting like
Oh God, don't talk back. Don't talk back to the judge.
the court, and you owe me $50, ma'am, for contempt. And if you have another outburst, it's going to go up, and it will be enforced. $50 direct contempt by Nicole Johnson for her interruption of the proceedings. Miss Gillette, do you wish to be heard?
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Miss Gillette?
Sorry, I was making notes, Your Honor. In this matter, there have been lots of issues with Mr. Johnson. There is a letter here. I don't know if it came directly to my office or through the court. It's through the court because it was filed in the court file of
All right, so when
his-
you say through the court, you mean it went to the clerk?
It went to the clerk.
Okay.
Beep Lord with 40 bits says, I just checked the original video. He's wearing the rank of Sergeant First Class E7. He's a senior non-commissioned officer, best I can surmise. He's mad dumb and sauced on power. I don't even know what that means. Someone want to tell me roughly where he is then? What amount of power does he have over other people?
And it may or may not have made its way to my office, but if it has, I haven't seen it for the record. Go ahead, please.
There is a note from
Incredibly high enlisted. Oh, that's not great.
September 25th, 24. His other hearing would have been the 27th. Asking he be excused. We've had lots of
He has 50 to 70 troops. Oh, we're fucked, man. We're so fucked.
issues with Mr. Johnson in the past.
How did we let ignorance pervade everything so thoroughly before we noticed? Jesus Christ. This is bad, man.
I am taking into consideration that he has provided a doctor's note and information about that
But
visit.
that was the last hearing. What do you have, if anything, for today from the doctor?
That was received.
Well, the thing, you say
Yes,
I
I
noticed,
see.
I didn't, because I thought I was looking at a select amount of this kind of thing, and that I was just inundated with it because this is my job and I look for this stuff, and it turns out, no, there actually is an epidemic of people using magical thinking and believing complete nonsense in all positions of power everywhere, and are being inundated with nonsense propaganda at every level of media, from like at D-tier podcasts all the way up to the national, like, quote, news. Yeah, I didn't realize it was this bad. I didn't realize it was this bad, but it is. It's really bad.
And 9/27. I don't know if he's recovering or not. I can't tell you anything about that. So if he is on medication, Judge, I don't want to have anything substantive unless he's not taking pain meds. So I would move it over to November for him to be here, present, and he needs to understand that attorneys can speak for individuals, but not family members unless there's some
You
sort of.
won't be released in November, ma'am.
Ma'am.
$100 fine or for contempt against Miss Johnson.
Okay,
Now, Mr. Carter, you may speak. Yes, sir. Now, if you're
Ma'am, do you even know who you're talking to, ma'am? Because you're calling all these names. Which name? Who are you speaking to?
Oh, wow. Not doing good, lady. You're really not helping your husband out here.
You told me your name was Nicole Johnson. I'm
correct. So
I think the guy in the up left hand has this other friend. He's trying to tell him what's going on because he's clearly having a conversation and his friend's kind of peeking in to see what's happening.
you calling Carter, and I expressed to you that nobody's here is Carter.
Well, don't have to put Carter on your screen if you're not Carter.
Ma'am, we made the point to be here in court today, ma'am.
You
have to be. It's the law.
Talking.
Unforeseen circumstance. He's still
All
here.
right, I'm going to end this talk. This court is over. Bench warrant. If you don't stop and get out of it. If you don't want this bench warrant, you be out of this conversation and let me communicate with the defendant.
Ma'am,
obviously, Mr. Carter doesn't have any control over you.
Anything.
Okay, Mr. Carter, I'm going to have to end this court because the woman won't shut up. And I'm going to have to leave a bench warrant. If you can get her to shut up and stay out of the conversation, you and I, sir, can have a hearing. Now, okay. How much time do you need this continued, Mr. Carter?
The doctor can send over the information.
Oh, this stupid. Why?
I would request.
Mr. Johnson, I'm sorry, Missy, can you get that?
Hey, I'm trying to explain to you. The doctor told me it's going to be 3 to 6 months for my recovery.
3 to 6 months for your recovery.
It's a middle back procedure. Like I said, I haven't even started physical therapy yet.
Do you have an attorney, or would you be willing to take a court-appointed attorney?
As far as the attorney, all I would coming to do is, because I'm on medication, I don't want the court hold anything against me that I may say due to the type of medication I'm on. And two is the fact that I am requesting a continuation. I know y'all saying I've been whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm requesting a continuation at least to December, late December or January.
All right, we're going to set this over for trial. It'll be for bench trial. And what the doctor told you, you'd be in recovery for how long?
Lady, you're so close. He is so close to getting the continuation. Shut your mouth.
3 to 6 months for recovery.
So this is October, November, December, January. I will continue this. Missy, what do we have mid to late January?
January. Very ethical.
Is that month that is really challenging?
Yeah, but we do have January 31st at 11 available.
All right, January 31st will be your bench trial. Now, did I understand that someone did receive something from his doctor today or recently? Ms. Gillette, you were talking about something from a month ago.
What time?
Yes, it was filed September 27th. It said he had surgery.
Yeah, that we continued that hearing based on that letter. We continued it to today. But has anybody seen anything more recently?
No.
I think the wife was reading something that said he couldn't travel But I don't think it said anything about appearing by Zoom. I think it just said he couldn't travel or appear in that fashion. But that's what we need to make sure come January, that the doctor understands this can all be done by Zoom. And again, Mr. Johnson, would you consider appointment of an attorney to represent you?
Not at this moment, Your Honor. Like I said, I'm on medication.
Well, an attorney could sure help you navigate through this court system. I understand you wanted to represent yourself, but the attorney could sure help you.
I don't need an attorney at this moment.
All right, we'll document that for the record, Ms. Gillette, in the journal entry that he still does not want an attorney. That we are continuing this again at the defendant's request for medical reasons to January 31st, 11 a.m. Now that's going to be for bench trial, so keep that in mind. The state will have their witnesses ready, and if you have any witnesses, you'll need to have them ready. Hopefully, you won't be under medications January 31st or in any situation that's going to affect that, but I won't issue the bench warrant. Nicole Johnson does owe me $100, or she owes the court $100. I'm going to give her 10 days to pay that. If she doesn't pay it, then she's going to face more contempt. That payment needs to be paid, Ms. Johnson, to the clerk of the district court. And that is in Eureka, Kansas at 311 North Main. And make sure you put on there contempt for case number GW 2024 TR22. And put on there that it's for payment for direct contempt of Nicole Johnson for continued, well, you won't have to put on there other than for contempt, but I do want the rest of it put in the journal entry, Ms. Gillette.
Well, if somebody tries to defend themselves as contempt or exercise their rights, it's contempt.
Oh, Jesus.
Ma'am, you don't have any rights in this hearing today.
I do. I'm not a citizen, ma'am.
I don't care what you consider yourself. You do not have any right to come into any court of law and start interrupting and delaying the procedures and absolutely deliberately and intentionally disobeying what the court instructs you.
Ma'am, I called the county attorney yesterday. I called the clerk yesterday.
I am going to tell you to stop talking one more time before I
know, because you don't want me to express my rights.
Oh my God, what is wrong with people?
This is not your hearing. This is not about you. I really have to send the sheriff to whatever state you're in.
You have not given no lawful consideration to this matter,
Mr. Johnson.
Under the doctor's care. He has provided all the documentation to show that he's under the doctor's care, ma'am, and you have not given no consideration to that.
You are so fortunate that you're not here.
He moved it to January.
Here in person, or you'd be locked up right now.
Yeah, I am fortunate.
And Mr. Johnson will be locked up if he is not here in person. Mr. Johnson is ordered to appear in person for bench trial January 31st, 11 a.m. Ms. Carter.
Jesus, and she got it pushed from Zoom to in person.
You want to retaliate against him, don't you?
Ms. Carter now owes $200 in fines, and I'm
she doubled it.
Disconnecting this call so I don't have to send the Greenwood County Sheriff to whatever state she's in to get her picked up and locked up for contempt. This hearing is adjourned.
Don't sarcastically say ha 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 at the judge. I would not recommend it in any circumstance.
Ma'am, every time somebody expresses their lawful rights to defend themselves, you hold them in contempt. Why is that? You are a judge. You are compelled to provide protection for we the people. You acting as an attorney, giving advice to people, bringing people down. And
oh, this is so bad. Lady Badash, thanks for following.
he's in a situation to where he's under doctor's orders. It's a shame that you still wanted him to present himself under the doctor's orders of bed rest and medication before the court.
Put the camera on yourself when you talk to me, Miss Carter
and you
or
can
Miss
put it out
Johnson.
across social media, and you can talk down on them, and you can make money off of it because you go and you spread it, and then you get up all these views.
Wait, does she think that the judges make money from the YouTube videos of this stuff going up? They don't. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
Camera on yourself if you want to tell.
I do like the idea of a judge not being a judge to be a judge, but to basically be a streamer. Chat, how should I sentence this motherfucker? Whoever gives the most bits gets to tell me what we sentence them to.
Get off, Miss Johnson.
I can put the
If I
camera
get enough gift subs, death penalty.
for where I want to. That's my legal right, man.
You are
Toreador with 100 bits says guilty.
to appear. I will send the orders for you to appear personally because you're going to serve some time for this disrespect. Miss Johnson.
It's disrespect with what you having him do.
Oh my god, so not good. Ashley One Up says, I sentence you to 30 years and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Disconnect her. This court hearing is adjourned.
Yeah, disconnect yourself because you're online.
All right.
Well, I'm excited to see any potential follow-up to this, because holy crap. Gitara with 100 bits says, guilty, 100 hours of Danzy time. Ooh, that's cruel and unusual punishment. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Sheesh, that was a good one. That was a very good one. Almost on a hype train. Let's see what's next. The name of this video is Mastering Child Support Challenges. Don Kalam interviews Linnell TJ Tillum, aka Child Support is Fraud, which I assume is the name of their channel or something. Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting a sub and kicking off a hype train. If you want to help support the channel during this, gift subs, bits, help get the train higher. Nemesaur, thank you for gifting 10 tier 1 subs, getting us 10% to level 4. What an excellent start to the hype train. Thank you.
Peace and love, peace and love. You're now rocking to the sounds of vibration, your boy Don Kalam. And we're here with the Dream Keepers Radio Podcast. And I'm in the building with Child Support is Fraud. That's all together, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, just tell us a little about who you are, where you're from, and what you do, man.
Let me check if he has a channel himself so I can follow it, because that seems like a Sobsit thing. Child Support. Yep, he does have a channel. Oh, that's hilarious. Yep, this guy's getting added to the list.
I'm going to tell you right now, so, like, I've heard you've been brought up a lot.
Okay.
In circles that I'm in.
Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting a sub to Lady Badash. Is Dawn cosmological? I understood that reference.
And then I went to your page, it said follow back. I was like, that meant a lot to me. Because your name's brought up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and now you just pop up all the time. Like, I see you in the algorithm now. Like, you're everywhere, man.
Man, likewise. I mean, for me, my name is Linnell TJ Tillman. I'm from Compton, California. I am the author of How I Stopped Child Support Legally. I represented my.
I hear a cat. Where's a cat? Guess not.
Self in a 2-year hearing, no legal background, and ultimately got my case dismissed for extrinsic fraud after 22 years.
So you got the government for fraud?
Yeah, it literally says on my dismissal, it literally says dismissed for extrinsic fraud.
That's lit. I've never done anything like that.
That's lit. I hate the world. I'm a boomer. Why am I a misanthrope now? That's lit.
and that's the thing too. Like, there's a lot of people, and not to be, it just the facts. It is what it is. there's a lot of people that got their case.
Doriador says, cat, did I hear a cat? The trailer for Uninvited 2024.
He's dismissed, but before me, I don't know a mother that ain't got their case where it literally says.
Nemesaur says, after 22 years, I think I know how the child support ended, you don't say. Odd Tall Man with 1,000 bits says, thanks for the great streams, thanks for watching them, and thanks for the support.
Fraud. Well, I just want you to know, in the community that I'm in, that's what they teach.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you can get out of this because of fraud or threat, duress, and coercion, TDC. But I've never seen it where they actually say, yeah, we committed fraud.
And that's the whole
money
part
right there.
To where, and it was actually in their venue. So just think about this. You know,
okay, I'm moving on from this guy because it's like an hour-long video and it's annoying me already. But I would like to maybe cover him in depth more in the future once I look into his stuff individually and see what his whole thesis is about beyond just, you know, being a deadbeat. Try this one. This is only 3.5 minutes. 78% to level 4 on the hype train with 1.5 minutes left.
There's a phone number that ends in 8883. Can you please unmute your device and tell us your first and last name? It's *6 to unmute. Hit * and 6 to unmute the device. 8883. Please hit *6 to unmute your device. We can't call your case if we don't know who you are.
Well, my name is Benjamin Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R, unlike the paperwork that I've been sent. But it says M-Y-E-R.
This guy sounds like his voice is AI. It's not. We see him in a second. But, like, doesn't he sound like the movie phone guy? Press 1 now.
It is not me. I am here under duress.
Unless he's using some sort of, like... Could he be using some sort of text-to-speech? Maybe, I guess.
Yes, ma'am. M-E-Y-E-R, not the person you had spelled on this page.
30 seconds on the hype train.
Please stop talking.
Or a voice filter. It could be. You've got mail.
Yes.
The court will call the case of the state of Michigan versus Benjamin Meyer, case number DIB 053809. Is that correct?
See what's for the people.
267659. Thank you.
Phoenix Leftist, thanks for gifting a sub and saving the hype train. Level 4 complete.
Mr. Meyer.
Yeah, I did see the AOL guy died. That's a shame. You've got mail.
Place your name on the record a number of times at this point. You're here for
one of my favorite Nora Ephron movies is based on that guy.
For a contempt hearing today. Mr. Meyer, you owe this court $168. When do you plan to pay it?
I do not plan to pay it because I don't own it. Period.
It's gotta be a voice changer. Normal Gamer Gal, thanks so much for 14 months, and Harold Elmerman with 40 bits says, she might be the ghost of my Freya, pronounced like the Norse goddess. She likes perching on cars. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge 14 hours ago. I'm a materialist atheist on the record, but I've got a candle for her and keep feeding her, or feeling her rub against my legs. Slept until 20 minutes ago, and this stream is balm, so thank you for streaming. You help. Oh.
Period. End of discussion.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do, Mr. Meyer, is find you in contempt of court.
And what you're going to do is find yourself in a 1984 federal lawsuit.
Good luck.
All right. Let's do it however you want to do it. You're found in contempt. You need to be here in person.
Absolutely not. I will not be coming to your court for any fucking reason.
Excuse. Did he just say for any fucking reason? Uh-oh.
I will not be coming to your court for any fucking reason.
Oh, that's gotta be direct contempt.
Was find a gunfight and a fight on the side of the fucking road.
Oh my god, he's saying fuck a lot for court. 0 fucks is the amount you'd like to say in court.
All right.
This fine and fee was paid 10 years ago or more. Now you can either fucking listen or we can do this out in front of your court.
Did he just threaten to fist fight the judge? Because that's not a good thing to do. Don't fist fight a judge. That's what the court's for, is to administrate, in theory, justice, not fist fight to see who wins by combat. He did threaten the judge.
Mr.
This
Meyer?
fine was paid 10 years ago. Will not be paid again. You fucking damn near shot me and killed me. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you goddamn lost your fucking minds?
30 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Keep it up. We'll go with more.
And we'll see you hung in front of Washtenaw County Jail.
I haven't seen this one. I'm hearing this for the first time right now with you people. That's not good. That's not good for a number of reasons. Oh, Ashley went up with a link.
Nope.
My zips.
Nope, nope, nope. Stop talking, go to jail.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
All right. The threats, I'm going to report that to the Attorney General.
I'm reporting you to the fucking Attorney General. Are you fucking nuts?
Okay. Everything you're saying is being recorded.
You are a goddamn tyrant.
All right.
I called the goddamn fucking attorney's office and you fuckers rejected me. Are you insane?
3 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Keep it up.
Oh, you'll find yourself in prison, bitch.
All right.
You think you're...
I'm a judge, you're fucked! This guy's like American Marcel. Minute left on the hype train.
Goddamn king, you're a fucking tyrant.
90 days in the Washtenaw County Jail.
90 days in the hole. Doot, 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 doot.
Below me, bitch.
Probably don't tell the judge to suck your dick.
All right.
Is that all right?
Washtenaw County Jail.
Below me, bitch.
All right.
All right. Well, that's something. 30 seconds on the hype train. Terradona says, do not piss off the judge. And Gitara says, please, Hannah, please tell me there's more of this guy. That's all I have right now. I don't know if that's recent or what. I found that, I don't even remember where I found that. I might have found that video on Reddit. I'll actually go back. Let me go back to the channel and see if there's an update on that or anything. Close tab. Thank you so much for that hype train, everyone. Very, very nice. I appreciate all the support. I couldn't do the show without you. Yeah, that was recent. That was from 9 hours ago. So there's no update on that yet. I'm not saying that hearing was 9 hours ago, but that was uploaded 9 hours ago. So I'll keep an eye out for any sort of follow-up on that because, whoo boy, Team Skeptic posted it 3 days ago. Okay, yeah, I think it was a rip from his channel. So we'll see if there's an update at some point. All right, let's try this one.
Louisville Police. The reason I'm stopping you is your tags.
Oh, this one has an annoying kind of backing track that's makes it seem sinister. Sorry about that. I couldn't find it without.
Expired on this vehicle.
I'm working on it.
Okay, do you have a driver's license?
If this is annoying enough that multiple people are like, move past this, I will move past it. I don't know how much people are annoyed by the background music.
Proof insurance?
No.
You don't have a driver's license or insurance on you?
No.
Okay. Are you the registered owner?
045 044.
You do own it too?
Are we really doing this again?
Why
do this again? I just got a job, dude. I'm just beginning to make money.
What's your social?
Can I leave?
No, what's your social?
Can I leave? Jay's a proxy with a link. Oh, is this the update? Male Karen threatens to hang judge outside of her courtroom.
Hey guys.
This isn't the whole video. Wait.
Yeah, but we work outside of the order. I mean, I got...
Oh, is it this guy? Is it the same guy?
Matter. I want split custody, mutual agreement.
Because we did actually cover that video previously. I didn't realize it was the same one. Unless
That's
it is
in the
different.
city of Royal Oak?
It is.
What,
Initiated a traffic stop.
and that was on 11 Mile in the city of Royal Oak?
It was, yep.
When you approached that vehicle...
Injured.
All right.
Your party here.
Anyway, where were we?
I guess I won't go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I did hear about Tony Todd. Very sad.
What's your social?
Is that the case?
Are you gonna give me your social or not?
Can you answer the question?
What's that? What's your
Am I
question?
going to work tomorrow?
That's up to you. I don't know. What's your social?
You're harassing me.
What's your social?
You chose to harass me.
What's your social? What's your name?
Nice
What's your first
day.
name?
I'm having a nice day. Just leave.
Okay.
Oh. Polysaturated Lipids, thanks for 35 months, says the music makes me nostalgic for unsolved mysteries. You love some Robert Stack.
What's your name?
I'm nameless.
Do 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 do. Seriously, that Unsolved Mysteries theme song is so good.
I'm an illegal immigrant in this country.
Okay. Last name is Tish, right?
No. You don't know me, remember?
Oh, I don't remember. I just can't remember your name exactly. All right, hold still. Mr. Tish, you have you step out of the vehicle for me, okay?
Why, dude?
Because vehicle's got to get towed.
Man, they're about to tow your car.
Towed. You're suspended. You have a warrant out of the Metro Parks.
You're a monster.
Oh, call me what you will, all right? But still, you can't drive. Suspended.
Can you absorb that instead of being like all...
No, it's absorbed, all right? So I'm going to have you step out for me, all right? Is there anything you need in the vehicle?
I need the vehicle itself.
Well, you can get that out once it becomes valid. All right?
I don't even
You're not the registered owner. You're not the why? Let me ask you something. Why are you driving then? You're not driving to work. You're driving to the park. Calm down.
He's lucky he's a white guy. I don't think that lunge would have gone as well if he wasn't. Holy shit.
All right.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I have hobbies. I have people I like to see.
Okay, well, other people have to register a vehicle. Why makes you different than anybody else? Why are you special and everybody else has to obey rules? Can you tell me that?
It's not about the rules.
What is it about that?
It's about the rules being wrong.
Okay, well, don't take that up with me. You take that up with your legislature. Call the governor for all I care. I don't make the rules, okay?
Can I go? I
No.
wanna be left alone.
You have to
I wanna
step
be
out of the
left
vehicle.
alone. Dude,
Listen, you got to step out of the vehicle, okay?
I'm not
And I have to explain this.
an offer.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you. That's the only offer you're getting today. All right?
No, I'm a human and I can be left alone.
Listen, all right? We went through this before. You and Norm numerous times. You can't drive. You're suspended.
Your mom can't drive. She's suspended, bro.
And again, okay, that's not my problem. That's your problem.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive of that. All right? Step out the vehicle for him. I'm going to explain this to you, okay? You're going to have a court date on May 25th. You can bring all your grievances with the court, all right? I didn't suspend you.
Messed with me before.
I didn't suspend you.
The car so we can talk to you. No.
I didn't suspend you,
And I'm
okay?
really sorry that window doesn't go down. This is the only one that goes down.
Do you care if I open this door?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It's locked. Thanks. I just appreciate it.
You're suspended. I can't let you legally drive away from this from here. It's just
I want that footage, dude.
That's the way it goes.
So I can hear you say that again.
Your footage of what?
This footage.
You can't legally drive away. Is that what you want to hear? That's exactly what I'm telling you. That's why the car's being towed. That's why you're getting a citation to appear in court. You have a warrant still out of the Metro Parks. You haven't cleared that up even. All right, so we'd like to be here all night, but we unfortunately can't do that. Okay.
In this vision, I see you pulled over on the side of the road with handcuffs and a tow.
What the fuck editing is this? Who edited this crap?
Bored again, and you saw me go by. Oh,
Someone who uses AI. Jesus.
oh, glory, it's him. I found him again.
What's still with your expired tag?
The channel I got this from is called Sovereign Citizen Watch, by the way, which is a new channel.
Welcome to Sovereign Citizen Watch.
And it's full of AI crap.
Tags, still with your license being suspended. You just don't feel that the laws apply to you, but everybody else should have to do it. Right?
I just acquired a job.
Okay, good. That's great. It's a step in the right direction.
Damn, man, today was day 3. I'm f***ing beat.
Awesome.
Regardless,
Okay.
I can't even pay what you want me to pay.
It's not me.
I know it's not you.
It's
That's
a BMB, so you're extending their anger to the wrong person.
Serve the community. They serve the budget of the courts.
As far as the payment goes,
Ashley One Up says only Hannah puts the effort into her work. Definitely not true, especially in the sovereign citizen arena. There's tons of like channels out there who cover sovereign citizens from different angles. Blue Bacon, he was an MP and he has a specific perspective on it. There are lawyers who cover it. There are a lot of really great content creators in sort of the arena of people covering sovereign citizens, which is why it pisses me off to see people throwing their hat in with these crappy no-effort AI bullshit. Like, I'm not going to pretend my job is, like, the most difficult fucking thing in the world, but every day sitting in front of people for, like, 3 hours and trying to entertain them and keep the pace going and basically emceeing, it is work. So it annoys me when people try to fucking produce content with AI that's just lazy slop.
Well, talk to the court.
Yeah, they did that before.
They'll also give you driving privileges if you have work, but that doesn't mean that you just pop up in the park and start playing guitar and running around in the woods. That's not how it works. But you just don't want to feel that you can.
Don't comment on how people look.
Have to listen to anybody.
Unbelievable, bro, that a guy would want to enjoy a nice day.
you understand where we're coming from, though, right?
I don't care.
Well, whether you care or not is irrelevant. Law is
Right, because the police do what the police are told, whether or not it's right or wrong.
law is law.
I know.
You can't drive a car if you have
Law
a
isn't
suspended
jokes.
license.
I'm gonna move ahead because he does get arrested.
You want to go to jail right now. Either step out the car now.
What's the option, bro? What's the other option?
The option is getting out of the car and you go home. Or
I don't live in Solon.
you can. I don't care where you live.
Drop me
Call a
off at my
buddy.
mom's
Call a
house
friend.
at 2 a.m., dude.
Okay, well, get your mom here. I'll even drive you to your mom's. You can arrange a run.
You're in the wrong
All right,
here.
step out the car. Are you going to get out the car?
Pull me out of the car.
Are you going to get out of the
Pull
car?
me out of the car,
All right,
dude.
come on.
Pull me out.
All right.
Pull me out, bro. Push me out. Pull me
You're
out.
going to get tased. You're going to go to jail. Stop it. You understand me?
This is your only What did I do to you guys?
Dude, I'm giving you one last warning, Addison. Addison, step out of the car.
Benikagami says AI is such shit that it can't even edit a Sobzit video and billionaires want it to run our society. They're such idiots. Yeah, they are.
Stop acting like a child. Get out of the car.
You're being a child.
Okay? Get out of the car. I'll explain the citation and your options once you get out of the car. Step out of the car.
Bro. Nice elbow grab, bro.
Stop out of the car.
You mocking a guy as he has you in like a lock? Oh, a nice elbow lock, bro, as he has you restrained. That's very Brad of him.
With us, or we have to take you to jail.
Right. I don't want to take you to jail.
So the other option is my car is gone.
It's towed, and you get it later.
Right.
I don't get it later.
You can get it later when it gets towed.
No,
But
I can't.
It's either that or you get arrested right now. And we do not want to arrest you right now.
Don't want to arrest you.
So
Addison.
what's the alternative?
Well, come on out the car so we can talk about the alternatives.
That's not the alternative. So
All
you're
right.
towing my car.
Your car's going to be towed, yeah.
Wrong.
Right, it's going to be towed.
Or not, your car's getting towed.
Step out of the car, Addison. Step out of the car.
Police are messed up.
Dude, listen, believe me when I say we are working with you more than most police officers would be.
Right.
I disagree.
He's wrong. In my experience with these videos, these cops are very much cutting him a lot of slack most would not.
I strongly disagree.
You would be tased by now. All right.
What is that?
What was that edit? Really? Come on.
Had enough. You're going to go to jail.
Such a jackass.
Step out of the
Come
car.
on, tight, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Step
Pull
out
me
of the
back
car.
up, bro. Yeah.
Step out of the car. Stop being like
Grab
this.
my other arm, bro. You know, you just made me sit in a hot car.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, Addison. You really need to grow up.
You're fortunate I haven't
You
assaulted
really-
you, bro.
You really
Can I
need
tell
to
you
grow
that?
up.
Can I tell you
You
that?
really need to grow up. Knock it.
Yeah. Eye for an eye, brother?
Oh, that's nice.
I'm glad. You're fortunate.
Knock it off. Holy cow.
Yeah, what a pain. That guy is really immature. Jeesh. Okay, what else we got? This is another child support issue.
Take any jurisdiction over your personal property, sir. I'm taking Good morning to both of you. This case has been going on since May of last year. In this case, Ms. Simmons has an order for $437 a month as the primary payment for child support, and she has a payment of $87 a month as a repay. For my mind is not that efficient to figure out the amount. So let me just put what he's supposed to be paying. 437.
Did we already do him today? No, this is a different guy, I think.
Plus 87, I think is what I said. All right, the child support payment is supposed to be $524 a month. Looking at my notes over time, both parties were present in June of last year, and then in August of last year. I've given multiple resets, and then he was here October, and then I dismissed the case because you were consistent in October of 2023. Then in August of 2024, she refiled because you stopped making payments. And then I set a Zoom date. I actually issued a warrant for your arrest. But we reset the case because you came in person and indicated that you did not get the hearing notice. I don't usually give second opportunities when I've worked with you for a whole year to get you back on track, and then you just fall off. Generally, that's a problem because you know you're under an order to pay child support. And I've already given you the opportunity of what I call redeeming yourself. Looking at the order, you have mom has custody of Abraham, Asher, and Naomi, 3 children. That's not a lot of child support for 3 children anyway, but all right. And
the mother being like,
your
yeah,
child support order, it looks like you
$500 a month for 3 kids. Jesus.
Mom was receiving unemployment payments for April. And then when we came to court last month, DCSS said that they saw that you may have had a job and they were trying to see if they could get the child support taken directly out of your paycheck. I reset the case to give you a chance that if there's an income deduction order, I would recall the warrant and let the income deduction order continue to proceed, but there's nothing to date. So last payment mom received was April, I believe. And so that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months, 3 kids, no support at all.
Benikagami with 40 bits says, who's ready for 4 years of Republican dismantling of a thing in government, realizing that society can't function without it, then having to re-implement a worse, barely functional version of said thing and pretend it's a new idea. You know, like in Argentina. God, we're gonna spend decades cleaning up this mess. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be good. I think you're honestly being generous by assuming they don't know what they're doing and that they would try to replace it. No.
I'm showing.
Dismantle the government services and replace them with the private sector will be their modus operandi, would be my guess.
Okay, yes, you can raise your hand. Yes, Ms. Simmons.
I submitted evidence as well. It was something that Mr. Simmons had filed with Superior Court, I believe. So I think they may have it. They said they were going to upload it for you to be able to see it.
Okay, give me one moment. Mr. Keys, Joshua, do you see anything from her that you could forward to me?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second. Hold on. I'll look.
Okay, give me one moment, please.
The court was, what I can say is on August 22nd, we received a response from an employer via fax stating that he was no longer employed at the location where we had sent the income.
Dora says, good thing nobody will need to eat or work or heat or cool their home over the next decade. Ugh.
Holding order 2. They said he was no longer employed there as of August 22nd, 2024.
All right, Mr. Simmons, while I'm waiting for Ms. Simmons' information to be sent, mind you, I've already issued the warrant for your arrest, but you can go ahead and explain to me why you haven't paid any child support in the past 7 months.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm appearing under special appearance exclusively to
There's that special appearance bullshit.
address the challenge to jurisdiction. I request that no substantial matters proceed until jurisdiction clarification is fully resolved over my personal property. For the record, I request that all responses to the questions in my demand for clarification on jurisdiction be fully documented in court record. So a clarification of demand that was sent, that should be filed. That's what you're referring to. Demand for clarification of jurisdiction.
At least he's probably not a flat
You have a
earther.
child support order. Ms. Simmons has a child support order in DeKalb County. You are under an order to pay child support. In the state of Georgia, it is a crime to not support your children for 30 days. The law states that the case should be filed where the mother resides with the children. Ms. Simmons, I'm just going to unmute you. Ms. Simmons, where do you reside at this time?
DeKalb County.
DeKalb County, and where do the children reside?
Yeah, also DeKalb County and Stone Mountain.
And where are they attending school? In what jurisdiction?
DeKalb County. Asher attends Chamblee Charter High School in Chamblee, also DeKalb County. Naomi attends Redan Middle School, Stone Mountain, DeKalb County.
Okay, thank you. For criminal purposes, I do find I have jurisdiction over you, Mr. Simmons. You are the father of these 3 children. There's an existing child support order for you to pay child support. You're failing to pay the child support. You have not paid child support in 7 months. I'm still waiting, so give me one moment before I proceed. You don't want to explain to me why you're not working, what you're doing. You have 3 children with Ms. Simmons, and you're not making any effort to comply with my order. The jurisdiction is determined that I absolutely have jurisdiction over you because your children are not being provided for by you. The last time we received was some unemployment in April and nothing since then. So there's jurisdiction over you. What else do you want to address, Mr. Simmons?
Your Honor, my demand
You're good, Lady Badass. It's mostly American stuff, so you're fine.
includes several fundamental questions regarding the nature of the court's authority. I respectfully request the court provide clear answers to these questions before asserting jurisdiction over my personal property. Specifically, is the state of Georgia operating as a corporation or as
Sir, I'm not entertaining those questions.
Yes.
Those are sovereign citizens questions, and I'm not answering those questions. So I'm going to mute you for right now. I have jurisdiction over you. I have jurisdiction over your children. This is an appropriate proceeding. This is a government entity, and I have jurisdiction over our court in DeKalb County have jurisdictions over you. So this is the sovereign citizen kind of thing where people act like they're not, or they present that they're not members of the United States. And yeah, no, sorry, sir. You can present whatever you want in writing, but I've already determined I have jurisdiction. You've appeared in court before. You've never made an issue, so I'm not going to let you try to say we don't have jurisdiction over you. You've appeared multiple times before. All right, so give me one moment.
We looked in the inbox as well to look on the file. We do not see anything on file as far as from Ms. Simmons.
When it's time, they'll take them into custody, and then your case is going to be transferred to state court. So once your case is transferred to state court, Mr. Simmons, if you are recording this proceeding, I am going to hold you in contempt and I can issue another warrant for your arrest. You are not to record this proceeding.
I'm not actually recording. My advice is to make sure that this is being represented accurately.
Are you recording this proceeding, Mr. Simmons?
No, I'm not recording this proceeding at all.
All right, thank you. Well, I was trying to give you an opportunity to explain why you haven't paid child support. You're determined, you tried to address jurisdiction. I find there's jurisdiction over you, your children. So with that being said, sir, a warrant's been issued for your arrest. You're not providing support since April. And you did good. You got off the case and then you decided to go this route. That's on you. So $2,000 regular bond. Usually I give unsecured judicial releases, but I'm not because it's your second time before court. You can turn yourself in if
the court released it online, not him. Fenekagami says the problem is, no, they think they know what they're doing. Yes, they will try the private sector. The problem will be the private sector has no idea how much work that'll take, not to mention the protests from Republicans when shit doesn't work. I think you're assuming a lot of Republicans. The problem with something like this is that they're inundated in a media environment where no matter how bad things get, it will always be blamed on a scapegoat or opposition. So it's this cycle where the people they vote for make their lives materially worse. Then those people use media outlets and propaganda to scapegoat other people, which causes people to get angry, get mad at the scapegoats, and continue to vote for the people that hurt them in order to hurt the scapegoats that they're blaming for the problem caused by the politicians. They're never going to admit they were wrong. People are incapable of that, broadly. Look at the post office. Amazon doesn't want to replace it. It relies on it for over half of its deliveries. Companies are lazy. They want the government to be their puppet. They only think they want it gone until it's actually gone. Well, it's easy to break things. It's pretty hard to put them back together once they're broke, so we'll see what happens as they catch the car.
If you choose, if not, then there'll be a warrant outstanding for your arrest, and when they pick you up,
This is okay. I'm making special appearance to actually address the jurisdiction. And so what I'm trying to do is clarify that first. I know you mentioned about jurisdiction, but I'm trying to answer the questions that are in the demand for clarification for jurisdiction. So those questions, that was actually submitted, and I'm waiting for you to open.
Oh, that's not me. That's Superior Court. I'm not.
No. I walked it in personally to the magistrate court. I put it in there. The same document she's talking about, I put that.
Okay, sir, you can ask me the questions about jurisdiction. I've already told you I have jurisdiction because your wife and your ex-wife and your 3 children live in DeKalb County. Under Georgia law, I have jurisdiction over the case. What other question do you have? And because you're the father that birthed those 3 children, you're the one that I find is committing a criminal offense. So a warrant's been issued for your arrest. What question do you have about jurisdiction?
Is this jurisdiction being fully documented in a court of record?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And apart from that, when I mentioned about the request for the court to provide clear answers to the questions before a certain jurisdiction of my personal property, they're written in the clarification for demand that was filed.
I'm not taking any jurisdiction over your personal property, sir. I'm taking jurisdiction over you. And a state court will decide whether or not you're going to go before a judge or jury. So that concludes our hearing, sir. Ms. Simmons, you'll just go to the DeKalb County court, and they will DeKalb County State Court, your case has been transferred. Mr. Simmons has not paid support. Seems like he's not going to pay support. So I would also recommend through child support that you file a motion for contempt, because I'm sure he has the ability to take care of himself. And he sounds to me like he's challenging whether or not these children should be supported by him. So, sir, you could take that up in Superior Court, but for criminal purposes, I've already determined.
The poor mom or eye rolls. Jeez.
That we have jurisdiction. Okay, that concludes our hearing. Ms. Simmons, if you go to Odyssey.
You do not.
She had not 1 but 3 kids with this guy. I don't know the situation, but I feel like after 1 kid, don't you go, oh, this guy's nuts. I don't know the situation though, so I'm not going to judge.
Do not unmute yourself without my permission, sir. In Odyssey, you have to track your case. Okay, give it about probably beginning of the year. Go into DeKalb County Odyssey. Keep putting his name in until you finally see something come up. And once it comes up, try to go to court if you can to advocate for the child support, because sometimes if mom isn't there, it just makes a difference when moms are active with the court in making sure that the support is provided. And I thought
50 Bits says, here, Denmark, we tried to privatize the post office. It failed and needed to be bailed out several times to millions of taxpayer dollars, or people will not get their mail packages. Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have
On the bright side, I do think the Constitution says that the United States needs to provide a postal service. I don't know how clear on it, though, if they would consider, like, contracting out to FedEx or something. That count? I don't know. The Postal Service is one of the best things the federal government does, though, and the idea of it being dismantled so private sector peoples can enrich themselves disgusts me. It's genuinely the logistics of the post office. I don't know if you know this, but it's one of the most incredible, like, things the federal government has created and maintained for, like, decades and decades and decades. And the idea of it being, like, dismantled is just awful, awful.
Special needs child one?
Yes, that's right. Naomi has special needs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but hopefully you will be able to continue to do the best that you can do with it. All right. That concludes our hearing. All right, Mr. Simmons, you could turn yourself into DeKalb County Jail. If not, there's a warrant outstanding, and when they do a sweep through any different counties, then you'll be arrested and taken into custody. You have a bond of $2,000, and that concludes our hearing. I'll give you one final word if you have a question, Mr. Simmons, but I'm not dealing with jurisdiction questions because I've already determined I have jurisdiction over you. Do you have anything else that you need to say before I conclude the hearing? You can
Yes,
unmute.
I'm here on special appearance.
Okay, thank you. Well, we appreciate your special appearance.
None of that got to him at all. See what I mean? People, when they've been tricked, don't decide that they haven't been tricked. They just double down.
I would still like to state that the notice of dishonor stands, even though the complaint affidavit was provided to me a little bit late. And I do want to make a legal argument against this probable cause affidavit. I just want to ask the state a question. Where did these officers receive this information?
Your Honor, I don't believe I'm under any obligation to answer Mr. LeBron's questions.
Okay. Sir, this is how let me just tell you how this works so you know, okay?
Okay.
I look at this affidavit filed by the police officer, and if it appears on its face, that doesn't mean that you did, but just on its face, if it appears that you committed the crime of aggravated battery, then I find probable cause. That doesn't mean today's not your trial day.
No, I understand that completely. What I'm trying to get at is that it doesn't seem like the officers actually witnessed anything. They just say that they made contact with me at a residence, which I don't know what that has to do with the alleged incident. And then it says also that they said that that crime was actually committed, which I don't know how somebody could swear to that when they never saw it. And I believe that this complaint affidavit is mostly hearsay. So based on hearsay, if an officer swears to hearsay, does that create presumption great, or is that just
I'm assuming there were witnesses to whatever happened or something, and he's upset that the cops are relying on the testimony of witnesses in order to arrest him?
One person saying something to another and then swearing to it? Because I think that's kind of, that makes this complaint affidavit moot and very ambiguous.
I think he thinks that because the officers are reporting what others said about him, what they directly saw, he thinks that's hearsay because it's the cops reporting it, which is not what that means.
And it puts me in a state of embarrassment where I'm faced to go towards a trial with no actual facts, just presumptions and assumptions and hearsay. And to my knowledge, which is very limited, compared to yours, I would say that this is a hearsay complaint report affidavit, and where's the proof? Presumption is there, maybe not great.
Amber says, something that gives me some amount of hope is the knowledge that the party's current ringleaders, Trump, Vance, Musk, and Kennedy, are all hilariously incompetent as well as being narcissistic egomaniacs. Once they have power, their allies won't survive. They'll eat each other, as fascists are wont to do. I hope so. I can't imagine the Musk-Trump allegiance can last long term. They're both so narcissistic that I feel like there's going to be a clash of egos at some point that's not going to end well for them interpersonally. Benikagami says the people who voted for Trump this time come in many stripes. There was his cult, of course, but a large stint of his voters were independents who were sick of nothing changing and threw a Hail Mary. There are a number of Republicans who broke from Trump. We lost more because a lot of people didn't vote for Harris because Democrats refused to learn their lesson. I'm open to being wrong, but people can learn from being tricked. Many just don't. Yeah, I think a big part of it was Kamala, and now that the election's over, I'm more free to criticize the campaign. I wasn't at the time because I don't think it's advantageous for me to go out and, criticize shit they were doing, because I can't affect it in any way. But now that it's over, I can say the running to the right, the touting, oh, Dick Cheney fucking is voting for Kamala, oh my god, what are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Please campaign on healthcare or something. What? What are you gonna do?
I would say that this is defacing the court. To present this to the court, I think would really do a great disservice to the court. And furthermore, I would say that I know it's not my trial date or anything like that, but
I actually think the weird thing wasn't bad.
if I
The
had
weird thing, I think, is still fine.
evidence,
Ashley One Up says, Musk really wants to push electric cars, something Trump is famously against, so their relationship won't last long. I think part of it is that Trump wants to ban the import of, like, Chinese electric vehicles. I don't know.
to show that this victim is actually in fact lying, and that this document that we were ready to put inside the court would be committing fraud on the court if I allowed it to go without objecting to it. What would the court feel about that? If I could be given 24 hours to actually present the court with evidence showing that the victim actually falsified a police report, and what would the court's position be on that? Because I think that this is all, hearsay, and furthermore, I could show proof that the alleged victims are lying.
Okay, here's the thing, sir. This is a non-adversarial hearing, so that means all the state has to do is present an affidavit and/or they can bring live testimony into the court, and it's just to that and that alone that I look at. So,
okay, well, I would say as my legal argument, excuse me, ma'am, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Respectfully, I would say that this case has no corpus delicti, and
Ooh, there it is. Standard Sobsit rhetoric. There's no corpus delicti. He's saying there's no body of the evidence. There's no proof a crime even occurred.
that if the state's position is that it does have corpus delicti, then I would like the state to meet the elements of the crime right now to make their case, because I just don't think so. I don't believe that this case is corpus delicti.
okay, sir. Well, based on, I understand your arguments and they are noted, and that doesn't mean that you're going to be found guilty of this. You might very well be found innocent, and I appreciate your arguments. But for purposes of probable cause, the court is going to find probable cause for aggravated battery. I can tell you,
Jesus.
the one thing that I am going to do is I do it in all these aggravated battery cases, 90 out of 100.
Yes,
No
ma'am.
contact with the victim with the initials JM and WMR. That means through third parties, social media, just stay away from
So
them.
I'm guessing he's upset that the victims, alleged victims of this battery, testified to the cops. The cops wrote a report about it, and he's saying it's hearsay because the cops didn't see him hit these people. They just said he did, which is, that they're witnesses. They're the alleged victims. They're allowed to testify to that effect.
Okay?
Like, having alleged victims, is an example of corpus delicti. The body of the evidence would be someone saying, I was battered by this person, or I have physical evidence that I have been battered, and I am claiming it as this person.
So as far as bond in this case, state, what are you requesting for bond?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm going to be requesting a $15,000 bond, pretrial release of the GPS. I know you said his co-defendants at $10,000. However, one, I would argue, based on the allegations, I believe Mr. LeBron's involvement is more aggravating than his co-defendants. One. Two, his criminal history, 2009, fleeing and eluding law enforcement and a DUI. 2008, delivery of cocaine, he violated probation.
Oh, he's a coke dealer.
2008, resisting without violence. 2005, possession of alprazolam, he was sentenced to just over 17 and a half months state prison. 2006, burglary of a structure, he received the same sentence.
Oh, this is quite a record. H-Baird says, weirdly, the MSG rally might have put Trump over the top. There's nothing bigots hate more than being called a bigot. The constant discourse over how offensive the Puerto Rico comments, which they thought were fine, probably energized them. CNN exit polls showed Trump won those who decided in the last week by a huge margin. I think they deliberately chose Madison Square Garden, hoping people would compare it to the American Bund rally. I don't know. I think it was, based on the numbers we saw, Trump had about the same support he did last time. Kamala got fewer votes than Biden. I think it was a lack of moderate Dem or Dem in general enthusiasm, but I don't know.
2005, Grand Theft Auto,
It
he
was
received
lack
the
of
same
enthusiasm and a media environment that very much spins rightward.
sentence.
But I don't know. It's a multifaceted problem. Anyone who says it's this one thing, it's not. It's a variety of factors that all co-contribute this fucked up thing that is American society currently.
2004, possession of cocaine, MDMA, possession of cannabis with intent to sell, resisting with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, violated probation, just over 17 and a half months state prison. 03, possession of alprazolam, VOP, again, just over 17 and a half months Florida State Prison. End of record, Judge.
Okay, may I say something, Your Honor?
Sure, let me just premise it on this, okay? The state is asking for, so I ordered the no contact order with those
Yes,
two
I
alleged
understand.
victims, and the state is
That's
asking
Xanax? Okay, that makes sense.
for a $15,000 bond. We actually set your co-defendants at a $10,000 bond. So
Amber says it's also worth pointing out Trump is a feeble old man. His mind is clearly slipping and he has no heir apparent, so to speak. Neither Barron or JD have Trump's weird anti-charisma. The stress of the presidency will only accelerate his decline, so he might see power struggles within the power. Sorry if this is annoying, I'm just trying to offer some hope. No, I'm hoping that their own incompetence and narcissistic tendencies will help handicap their ability to function. I don't know. I don't know how many pragmatic, like, fascists they have within the campaign or within the administration that will be able to accomplish things despite Trump and his inner circle. So I guess we'll see. Actually, One Up says, I feel a need for a quick cleanse to lift us a little out of this downward spiral. Yeah, sure. We'll stop talking about the election stuff now. We're good for the day. That's the election stuff. I don't want to bum people out. Ooh, I gotta mute that. That's a SpongeBob song. That is a cute little baby kitty, though. Adorable. Where were we?
what is your response to that? And I'll let you say your other arguments as well, too.
Sure, absolutely. My response to that is what the state is stating is remote, and in the past, according to the Fair Debt Collection Act, I don't think that you're supposed to go past 7 years on any charge per se. So I would say that those charges when I was an adolescent are remote and in the past, and given the fact that I haven't gotten in trouble for a substantial amount of time, I would like to present that to the court. I haven't been found guilty of this allegation. And I would say that I'm a staple in the community by doing a lot of community service.
Was that court-ordered community service?
I sell a lot on Amazon. I donate to my local women and children
I provide cocaine to the community and Xanax.
in distress. So I don't want the court to shed a light just on the allegations. I do have a positive impact on the community. And I would like the court to consider lowering my bonds, not only for the fact that I can't meet that financial obligation.
Well,
so
right
a high
now-
bond is
well, right
equivalent
now-
to no bond at all.
No, I know. Right now, there's no bond set at all. So we
Sure,
have to set a bond today.
Sure. Well, the 15,000, I would never be able to meet that. That's beyond
What
my
do you
financial
do? What do you
capabilities.
do for a living, sir?
Deals
I
drugs.
do a lot of e-commerce, so I basically,
See you,
buy returned items and I sell them on Amazon. I just started. My company's under a year old, so just to be fair, I'm self-sufficient. I'm my own business owner, but I'm not in a financial
I
position.
wonder how much of that stuff is used and how much of it fell off a truck. You know what I mean? Because some of his charges were for breaking and entering, so I'm kind of wondering if any of the stuff fell off the back of a truck,
To in any way, and I don't want to make it seem like I am. I'm not in a financial position to make
He could be doing drop shipping. That's a scam that Tate pushed, and he seems like a guy that would be into Tate.
a $15,000 bond or a $10,000 bond. I've lived here for over 20 years, so I have strong ties to the community, and I would like the court to consider possibly reducing that down substantially so that I could collect my evidence and fight my case in a competent way, because there's no way to really do that here, with all respect.
Okay. Do you rent or own, sir?
I rent.
How much money do you have in the bank? Approximately.
My bank account is overdrafted right now, so I'm negative.
Oof. I feel that. But also, you're not a very good cocaine dealer if that's true.
Okay, how much cash do you have anywhere in the world?
I have, in my property, I have $18. I have all my money tied up in inventory, and I was supposed to sell it, so.
Are you going to be able to afford the services of your own attorney, or do you plan on representing yourself?
Well, it's a touchy situation because I hired attorneys in the past, and it was very disappointing to give them tens of thousands of dollars, and then they just want me to take a plea. So I've been disenfranchised from hiring an attorney, and I think the best bet is not me representing myself, but, you know, representing the entity of Daniel LeBron as a attorney in fact. However, the court might view that, you know.
That's sovereign citizen rhetoric. You can't represent yourself as an attorney in fact. You're not an attorney. You can represent yourself, but that doesn't make you an attorney any more than cutting your chest open makes you a surgeon. You know what I mean?
An administrator of Daniel LeBron. I'm not the actual entity. I just want to clear up the fact.
Ashley One Up says, I sell cocaine and cocaine accessories.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm real bad at that.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to say, sir?
There's a lot I'd like to say, but I'll just keep it brief and to the point.
Well, make it sure it's not about the facts of your case, okay?
Okay, sure. If Your Honor would consider maybe some kind of ROR or some kind of stipulation with community service so that I could give back to the community while I'm going to court. I think that the ankle monitor, for me, it's kind of like a little bit restrictive because...
Yeah, it's an ankle monitor. It's supposed to be restrictive.
The business that I run, I won't be able to make money.
Wait a minute, sir. I thought that you sold stuff on eBay. You could have packages picked up at your house. You need to go deliver cocaine to people.
But I'll be willing to do whatever I can if you have an open mind to allow the court to, you know, to move forward with this and so that I could have due process.
All right, here's the thing, sir. I mean, based on this probable cause affidavit, and I understand that, you know, you object to it, it says that the alleged victim in this case suffered a laceration to the back of the head, needing 2 staples.
Oh my god, did you fucking hit someone in the back of the head? This wasn't even like a fight, you just straight up punched the back of someone's head, you asshole.
A broken middle finger and a ring finger.
Yeah, when I was in high school, and I know this is different, that high school bullshit thing is different, but man, we were playing football in gym class, which I hated because sports, boo. But anyway, I was out there trying to do the sports, and straight up, someone got a touchdown, and this other kid, the guy that got the touchdown, was walking away, and the other kid straight up and fucking punched him in the back of the head. Just straight up sucker punched him. And we were all high schoolers, and even we were like, what the fuck, man? You can't do that. You can't just do that. Don't punch people in the back of the head. Jesus.
And causing permanent disfigurement.
Sure.
I mean, these are very...
Could have punched him and fell and hit their head. It's possible.
You know, serious allegations. And I'm not saying
Sure.
you don't have a defense to them, but...
Well, sure. If I may, normally someone breaking their middle finger and their pinky finger... Just to me, common sense would tell me they might have punched something. I don't really know, but to say that I caused permanent disfigurement, I think that's a little bit unreasonable. So that's why I'm a little bit confused with the complaint affidavit, because it doesn't really make much sense to me. And, you know, beyond that, I have evidence showing...
Yes, they did say permanent disfigurement.
That alleged injury with this alleged victim already pre-existed. I have evidence showing that was a pre-existing injury, so that he is now committing fraud on the court by introducing...
And then that's something you would bring up in trial, if that's true.
...using this probable cause affidavit when it's less than true. So how could anything else be relied on that he said to the officers and now the officers are swearing on today here in court? And if the court would just allow me to present that evidence, I would be more than happy to present that evidence in 24 hours so that we don't waste the court's precious time or resources on something that's frivolous.
Okay, well, this is what you're going to have to do. Unfortunately, the next stop for that is you have to file a motion with your division judge. This isn't the appropriate forum to do it at this time. Do we know who his division judge is and when he's going to have a hearing?
Your Honor, I believe that this hearing is for probable cause presumption grade, and I'm just trying to make a legal argument.
Presumption grade is just when you're being held no bond, sir.
Yeah, I noticed. First time chatters today. Thanks.
So that's not what we're doing here. That's a really high burden. So this is just on the face of it. Does it appear that you committed an aggravated battery causing great bodily harm or disability?
What I was trying to say is this is all hearsay.
It's Judge Shearer, Your Honor.
On a document and swear to it, and that's not really sufficient. That's just hearsay, Your Honor.
Okay, well,
So
this is what, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying.
That's the testimony. That's testimony of some of the alleged victims. That's not hearsay.
Sir, and you might be right, but we can rely on this information in this probable cause affidavit. And I already
I'm telling
found.
you that I have evidence showing that this information is inaccurate, and if you would let me present it to you, it doesn't need to go further than this. Because
Overthought. Thanks for gifting a sub to Brave Wild Sarah.
if this alleged victim is not telling the truth, then why should anything else be relied on that they said?
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is in front of Judge.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't, make sure you join the Discord. It's a fun place. People hang out and chat and talk about whatever. Fun.
Year.
It's also where we vote for what costume I wear every day. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Discord.
Who is your division judge?
Yes,
So I am going to set a bond today. And
Yeah, I think we watched that earlier, Lord Chaos Havoc.
I am going to put you
Where he threatened the judge. Yeah, that was nuts.
on GPS level 2.
He threatened to, like, hang her in front of the courthouse.
And I am going to do the same amount of bond. This is without prejudice for you to go before your division judge at $10,000. So is there any way?
Is there any way that I could get a little bit? I'm in the negative in my bank account right now. Is there any way I could do
What about
anything
friends
extra?
or family?
I don't have anybody really. This is really a terrible situation for me. So I can't afford it. So having a bond,
This is a terrible situation for me. Yeah, I bet.
I can't afford it is equivalent to not having a bond at all.
All right, this is what you, let me ask you this. Why would you want to apply for the services of the public defender?
Because the public defender presents a conflict because of their relationship with the state and the way money's paid out to the Broward County court system and distributed. So
Yeah, unfortunately, sovereign citizens think that public defenders, because they work for the state, have a conflict of interest. Which I can, in some way, if you didn't know how things worked, maybe understand the thought there. But the incentive structure is such that, like, whether they win or lose, they're getting paid the same. You know? They're not there to fuck you over for the state, you know?
in my past,
For the most part, they're trying their best.
I feel like there has been a, excuse me, stop laughing, sir. In my past, I've experienced that there's been many.
Well, no, I will not stop laughing.
Yeah, excuse me. So,
Did he just say, no, I will not stop laughing, the prosecutor? That's funny.
I've experienced many conflicts in the past, and I just don't want that conflict to come over into a new case where I feel like I have to assert my rights at every step of the way. It's very important to me.
Okay, I understand, sir. All right, sir, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to set a hearing before Judge Shear. Is there any way that somebody could call, we can call up Judge Shear and try to find out when his next
I would
court-
agree they're overworked and underpaid, but an overworked and underpaid lawyer is better than no lawyer.
date's going to be? Does anybody know?
There's none listed in Odyssey as of this point, Judge. All it tells me is that Judge Shearer is his judge, but no court dates have been scheduled other than this one, from what I can
sir,
see
so
here.
the only thing I can tell you is this. I don't control Judge Shear's calendar, and like I said, all I'm here for, sir, is to determine probable cause. I have determined it. I hear your argument. $10,000 bond, no contact, direct or indirect, with the two alleged victims, GPS level 2. You can file a motion with your division judge. I'll do this without prejudice, okay, sir?
Okay, and I'm reserving my rights without prejudice, UCC 1-308, in case I need to appeal, okay? Because I don't
They're
agree
quoting the Uniform Commercial Code isn't doing anything for you.
necessarily, but I respectfully, I will move along.
Okay. I understand, sir. Your
All
rights
right,
are,
thank you very much for your time, and have a good evening, okay?
okay, you too, sir.
All right. I think that's all the sob sits we can handle today. We've been going about 3 hours. So. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We've had a pretty consistent viewership today, and I appreciate it. It's nice getting to hang out with y'all and watching strange videos. We will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be doing. It's been a bit since we did a new reality show. Maybe it's time we started a new surreality TV season. Take a look at what I have and determine what show we might start. I think we're gonna raid Jeff.
That is so good. Oh my.
Alright. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow. And I believe next Sunday we're gonna do a patron-only live stream. So if you are a patron, or if you are a YouTube member, You can join the patron-only live stream next Sunday, and that'll be fun. I think we'll be doing 2 or 3 this month. Probably next Sunday and the Sunday after that is my guess. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to yourself and others. And have some nice dinner. Have a snack or something. Get yourself a little treat. All right. Bye, everyone.